Are those crows really just not gonna come over here? There's a squirrel that's been like hanging out over here. And there's 2 crows up there. And a couple squirrels over there. But they don't want to come over here, I guess. I just put peanuts down. I put food for you guys. Come on. Jerks. Oh, you know what's a dog, I bet. That's Sukov. That's this little punk. Oh, one of them moved. Crows make those fucking weird noises sometimes, and I'm trying to see if they will come over here. Oh, well. They found something over there that they're interested in. Where are you going, Zukov? Hey. Hey, get back over here. Hey. Zooks. Oh my god. Dude, come on. Hey. Are you serious? Hey, don't, damn it. Come on. Seriously? Ugh. What are you doing? What are you doing, you fruit? Ugh. Oh, fucking hell. I forgot that was there. Oh. Ow. Fuck. Oh. I forgot that was there. Drain damage. Fuck you, dude. Ow. That did not feel good.
Did you get snoshed in the forehead?
I hit my head on that. I hit my head on the beam. That was, yes, fun. Alright, I'm going inside now. I hurt my tail. I hurt my tail. Oh my god, you can see the mark. God damn it. Well, that was great. Dude, I keep forgetting that's there sometimes. And what's funny is I'm not the only one who's done that either. I've seen so many of my friends hit their head on that fucking thing. It's hilarious, actually. So I'm okay with it. I don't really care. You sprain. He hurt himself in confusion. Dude, I mean, for real, that's what happened. Fuck. Well, y'all got some entertainment out of my own hubris there for a minute. Aye. Come on, Zook. Say hey. Come on. Quit being like that. Aye. What a silly freak. Wow. Aye. Where are those other... There they are. Okay. Gross. He keeps going on about this woman. He's waiting for her mother to leave so he can bring her home. Thanks, incredibly dude, that is inappropriate. What the fuck? You should start talking about how you should, like, you know, bring dudes home or some shit, or talk about, like, chicks that your mom's bringing home or something. That'd probably, rile them up a little bit, if I do say so myself.
I'll do the Wichita.
Alright.
One last chore I have to do for the day. It's the one I like.
Oh, what did I do with that? What did I do with my children? Is it over in here? Oh, and my hat. There we go. Need the hat. I should talk about watching horses go at it and how it's going on. Oh my god. Yes, see what he starts saying to that shit, dude. Oh, because I'm sure he's going to have a lot of interesting conversations or interesting topics about that one. This back in it's safe. Put you back in safe. To put you back in your place. Fuck. Heavy thing, go there. T. Here. La phone. In my hand. Ugh. Do I work today? No, I do not. I do not, sir. Do not at all. It is my weekend. Darling, I'm working for the weekend. Man. Okay, I guess there isn't. It feels like there's like a scar or something there, but there isn't. It just feels like a bunk. At first light, drag the dude. Just do that now. Like, why do you have to wait until like at the crack of dawn? Do that now so you can just go to sleep. Like, our shit happens in the morning tomorrow. You know what we do? We send that fucker out today so we don't have to worry about it. We send the trash cans out there tonight so no one worries about it. And sometimes people will have it there for like a day or two. I'll see people like start putting that shit out on like Tuesday. It's like, it's not Wednesday, it's a Tuesday, guys. Like, what are you doing? Send your shit out. Though I see more often than not, like, you know, there's like people that will rummage, you know, through them, mainly recycling bins probably, you know, for cans and shit. He uses paranoid delusion that someone will steal his trash cans. How much of a retarded fucking faggot is he, dude? Like, how much of an actual pussy little fag-bait bitch is he? Oh yeah, I'm a big monster man, but I'm scared that someone's literally gonna steal your fucking trash cans, you fucking fag. Oh my god, you little insecure Nazi little bitch. Holy fuck, dude. Like, I bet an actual unironic fucking twink would fucking scare him, dude. Like, hey boys, he would be like, ah! He would freak out like a little fucking sissy. Cause that's what he is, a little sissy twink, dude. What are you doing? Come on, get in there. And also, that's why he has so many fucking guns and has to, like, be a macho man and shit, because in reality, he's a fucking bitch. The county forced us to buy the cans from them instead of providing them, and they're $350 a can. Well, it sounds like that you live in a fucking county that is an extortion racket. And guess what? That's not your that's not your problem, that's your stepdad's fucking problem. So maybe he should pull himself up by the bootstraps and find a free fitty. Maybe you should have a backup free fitty in case some person, for no reason at all, wants to steal a trash can, which no one's going to do that. Like, literally no one does that shit. Like, how retarded are you to, like, you know, to think that, like, someone's stealing your trash cans? Like, I mean, you actually are brain dead if that's the case. No one's stealing that shit. They're gonna open it up and rummage through that shit to find something of value in the trash bins. They're not going for the bin itself. So retarded. Like, actually, like, mental degradational, like, stuntedness. Like, actually, like a scientific medical term of retardation. Like, holy fuck, bro. Stepdad's like fucking literally like, is he like 25% lead? Does he just have like 25% of like the actual atomic like periodic table element of just pure lead? Because I'm just convinced that, like, I guess, like, on a pseudo-scientific phrenology speak way, like, fucking conservatives and, like, the older generations have been, like, exposed to so much lead that it's actually created, like, a genetic brain rot. We talked, we only had 3 areas left to clean and the storage units to sort out, and then the property's ready. Oh, wow, and I bet he, you know, was a major help for you guys. Oh, wait, no, he wasn't. In fact, he probably made it a lot worse and made it so only you were the ones, you know, doing anything. And he could sit back and jerk off and fucking, like, watch a horse fuck a woman or something like that. We need to burn the burn piles, repair subsistence porch, and clean the junk from the RV. And this is something that he can do. And in fact, when it comes to the subsistence porch, like, that's his fucking problem. Like, that's your daughter, you fucking deal with it, faggot. Fucking bitch. Like, seriously, like, his faggot ass goes to deal with that shit. Like, you're not gonna give a fuck about repairing your sister, or your stepdaughter, or like your daughter's fucking porch, so you're gonna make you like your other fucking family members do it because you're a lazy fuck. Let's have a little handyman experience. Well, at least he's got the fucking like, at least he has like some level of humanity. Like, honestly. The way there are things you can do yourself. Well, yeah, if anything, you know, just imagine him shoved in the burn pile, you know? The burn pile's easy. And while you're at it, throw the RV in there, too. 2 birds, 1 stone. Man, I really do hate these insecure little fucking bitches, dude. Like, and I am totally, absolutely okay with calling them faggots, by the way. Like, because, honestly, in my idea of what that means, they're the fucking faggots. Like, all these right-wing, insecure little fucking bitches who are scared as, like, the most twinkiest, sissy little bitch that you'll ever meet. More scared than that when it comes to things like drag queens, queer people, trans people. Like, I mean, anything that they just simply don't like when it comes to, like, kinkiness or some sort of, like, extra form of sexual expression or free-form expression. Like, they are literally the most scaredest, fucking biggest, sissiest little bitch boy fucks. Like, more, like, scaredy cat pussyfied than, like, the most scarediest little cowardly twinkie bitch boy you'll ever meet. Ever. Like, fucking, like, they literally talk about, like, trans people and queer people more than queer people and trans people. Like, I mean, it's, like, that's how freaked out and scared they are about this shit. Honestly, like, I wouldn't, you know, think of it as so serious if it wasn't for, like, the fact that they're bloodthirsty about it. Which ends up leading to the conversations like we were having last night. Which, frankly, I mean, there's a complicitness, and I think, honestly, an enablation that they do not realize that comes with strict gun control, especially in this fucking country. Like, honestly. Like, I mean, because, one, the only time gun regulation or gun legislation has ever passed has been against minority folks in this country, period, end of story. Like, most gun regulation is, you know, passed due to the fact that black people decided to arm up and organize, the fact that the working class decided to arm up and organize, the fact that gay people decided to arm up and organize. These are the only times gun regulation ever gets passed in the United States of America, is when there is a racist or bigoted fucking backing to it. And this is why I'm fundamentally against Measure 114, because you want to know what Measure 114 is? It is a disarm queer folk and disarm black people fucking measure. Where you let cops who are fundamentally far right and fascist in nature have total dictatorial edict of who gets or who doesn't get a gun, and thus queer folk like me could just get disarmed, and black people can be disarmed, and then their right-wing Proud Boy fucks, can they be absolutely gun-ho, get any gun they want.
Measure 114 is disarm everybody.
No, it's not. Like, the police have total control and edict on who doesn't get a license, and considering their fucking biases and being fundamentally systemically against black folk and minority folks and anyone in poverty, they see anybody like me or someone who's black as a gangbanger thug, and they're going to deny them.
Won't be able to get a gun.
Yeah, they could. As long as you're wearing a MAGA hat. As long as you're wearing a MAGA hat and being like, oh yeah, those damn liberals, they'll fucking get you a gun no matter what. They don't give a fuck.
Oh, yeah,
yeah, because, like, it's a partisan thing.
If you did that in Montana, they'd be just like, oh, here you go. Here's your gun. Give me the money.
Well, I actually was looking it up earlier, and I decided to see what every state has for, like, restriction stuff. Montana only has, like, 1 or 2. And Oregon honestly has, like, only 1 or 2 up until the 114, but that's in court, so that's not even in effect. Yeah, and honestly, it's likely that most of that measure of what they were trying to do isn't even going to go through. Like,
Montana's open carry. You could walk in the bank with a 6-shooter on your side.
Probably not anymore. Like, I'm sure they probably got, like...
Not a good idea, but...
Well, no one should be doing that anyway. Like, I don't want someone just walking in, or just walking anywhere with, like, a fucking piece on their side, unless they're concealed carrying and got lines for that shit. Like, I still think there's reason...
Walk in with, like
there's merit to have a fucking,
with a shooter on my side, just like, I'd like to deposit this. Everyone would freak out because I have this big old bag. And a gun on my side, come in. I'd like to deposit this.
Psycho stuff to says every time bringing mouse. Yeah, it gets annoying because it's just like the criminal. All right, the criminals are gonna get guns anyway, and that's even more accepted because it's just like, guess what? If criminals are gonna get guns anyway, then guess what? If trans people are gonna be exempted from the Second Amendment, you just made them criminals, and they're gonna get guns anyway. And then guess what? A lot more trans people are going to get fucking guns. In fact, I would be an advocate for gun smuggling for trans and queer folk. Like, if there's outright, like, laws that prohibit them from owning firearms, I would absolutely advocate for illegal gun smuggling for them. In theory. Minecraft and YouTube. Send your dad to where you can carry AR-15 and a Burkina with bats 9. See, I don't think that's cool. Like, I don't think, like, I'm a pro-gun motherfucker, dude. I mean, honestly, but, like, when it comes to shit like that, that's just way too fucking far. If you're like, wandering around in public with a fucking rifle, the only thing that's gonna go through my mind is, when is he gonna pop off? Because if I see that, I'm seeing as somebody who is like, you're waiting for an opportunity to shoot everybody here. You're looking for a chance to slaughter everyone. Like, it's not the same thing as a concealed carry with your fucking 9mm piece in your pocket. Like, that's different. I don't care if someone has that shit. I care if someone has a fucking rifle on their back walking around town. That's different. It's like, I guess in a way, I don't necessarily think it's inherently, horribly bad thing, but, like, there really should be laws, like, unless you have an absolute reason, like you're going to go to your truck to go, like, hunting or some shit, and you're putting it away over there or something like that, like you're transferring it to one spot to another to go to another area to where you can go, have access to shoot and shit, like, that's fine. But, like, this idea of, like, yeah, I'm just gonna go take a job for the town and maybe go to the bar later, but, let me have my open carry AR-15 with me. Still carry 9, some kind of scary thing on background check. Don't want to be embarrassed in public like that. Dude, who gives a fuck? Dude, you really think you're gonna fail that shit? Like, dude, fuck off with that. Dude, this country doesn't give a fuck what your background is, dude. You really think you're gonna get prohibited from a gun, bro? I don't want to pay $50. So what? Too bad. I had to pay fucking $10 for a background check fee, whether you passed or not, and whether you get that gun or not. So what? That should be a good thing. That should be understandable. That's the fee of, going through the whole process. What's wrong with that? It's not a waste of money. Something's got to fund it. it says, just because you fail once, don't mean you're never gonna pass it again or some shit. Mainly because, like, I was even told, if you, for whatever reason, like, a background check doesn't go through and it fails, you have a, like, you have to go for a wait period, from what I understand. Like, you have to wait, like, a couple months or some shit before you take it again. But, or, do the background check again or whatever. But nothing's stopping you. $35 for failed tests. Well, that's kind of like a little bit of an incentive to make sure you pass, right? Study it up. Like, dude, like you're talking about like a $50 background check fee when a gun costs like $500, dude. Like, like, it costs so much more to get the damn gun, for, damn the background check. Don't even bother. Dude, that's fucking pathetic. Like, the idea that, like, a $500+ firearm is like, don't bother with that because of a $50 fee, that's ridiculous. My gun costs $1,000 actually more than $1,000. And I had a background check fee. I didn't give a fuck. I just tied it into, like, the weapon I was purchasing. It's like, alright, well, I have to save the much for the firearm and for the fees and stuff. So I did. It's not something to just not bother with it. And guess what? I passed the background check in literally 12 hours. Which, even for me, is, like, too quick. I personally thought that was way too quick. It should at least be, like, 1 week, so you could have a week, to do hands-on training and shit like that. It's like, that, to me, would be cool. But, it wasn't, but whatever. That's just how it was when I got it. You never have more than $1,400 at once. That's a case of shit. I'm just saying it as an example. Like, if you're thinking about getting a firearm, and you're worried about, like, background check fees, then my brother in Christ. Like, I mean, then what are you gonna do to try to save them, like, save up for the firearm then at that point, I mean, if it's something that, like, you've considered and, like, want, but and you look at the fee just for the background check in itself, which, again, is, like, basically fucking nothing at all. Like, at least in this country. I'd want it to be a lot more cohesive and a lot more regimented, but it ain't. But nonetheless, because of that, it's so fucking easy to pass that shit. And again, I got my problems with that, but with how the laws stand now, it is. So, I'm probably just me blowing smoke. I like firearm, but it's too expensive. I mean, there's honestly, like, very, like, affordable firearms out there that you can easily acquire and shit. Like, I found an SKS once for literally only $400. I found bolt-action rifles for, like, 100, 200. Like, guns can be cheap. What's up, dude? What's up? Cheap. I mean, I'm just throwing, like, money numbers out there as, like, an example. As, like, just a placeholder. Where it's, like, because, like, firearms, like, I've seen guns literally go for, like, $50 before. Like, I've seen old-ass, like, little, like, Italian bolt actions that are, like, sporterized little, like, pea shooters, basically, that are, like, $50, $100 and shit. Like, guns can be cheap, depending on what you're looking for. If you're getting, like, something that's brand new in quality that, like, came out of, some factory or some shit, like, yeah, it's gonna cost a pretty decent amount. But if you're getting something that's been used, it's been, like, that was manufactured in, like, 1950-something, and it's, like, seen the hands of, like, 5 fucking people, until it's been in that shop, like, chances are that gun's gonna be probably cheap. Granted, it might have some wear and tear, and you definitely want to be careful about buying used guns. I mean, legitimately, mainly just because, like, there could be some wear and tear. You might get something where there's a part on that where you need to replace it, and depending on what gun that is, you might not be able to find that part. So, it's kind of like, buyer beware when it comes to used firearms, but I mean, it just depends on what you get. If you're getting like a used firearm, like a Mosin Nagant, you're gonna be just fine because there's so many parts for that gun out there that is ridiculous, and they're fucking cheap. I mean, the more expensive than it used to be. So, you know, honestly, Mosins used to go for $100 a pop, and now they're like $400 or $500 now for a Mosin Nagant. So, like, you know, it's getting more expensive to own those things, but, you know, they're still, all things considered, fairly cheap. It's better to buy new because you don't want to accidentally buy stolen property. I mean, like, if you're at a gun show or, like, a pawn shop, I mean, they still have to, like, the reason why a pawn shop may have firearms and stuff is because they're an FFL dealer. They have an FFL license. And at least in some states, like in Oregon, it is required to have that if you're a shop, pawn shop or otherwise, that sells firearms. And if that's the case, then there ain't no way in hell that those firearms are going to be illegal. My buddy did 9 months in prison for buying a stolen scope. A stolen scope? Well, you're going to have to give me some details about that. Because you can't, like, there's no regulations or, like, no licensing about scopes. Like, you could get optics and shit like that. And, I mean, you could buy that without even having guns. Like, there's nothing, like, you could literally buy those online and have it shipped to your door. Like, how in the fuck did that, well, you gotta have to give me some details about that, dude. Because that just sounds strange. Bought it from a pawn shop, and like 3 weeks later, police arrested him for buying stolen property. What? Is that even legal? Because they were after that scope exactly. How in the fuck do those cops know that, though? See, and now I'm not believing that he stole that shit. Like, just because someone, quote, hypothetically stole that scope, sold it to a pawn shop, that is no longer, at that point, you know, like a criminal thing to own that. Like, because the pawn shop now has acquired it and was sold to it, and they do not know the knowledge of that being stolen. They're not gonna fucking know that. So if someone buys that, they're not gonna know that, and they're just gonna think, cool, I got a scope. You know, like, they're not gonna think anything of it, so that's bullshit. Like, your friend did not steal a fucking scope. It didn't make sense. Yeah, it sounded like the cops just wanted to fuck with your buddy. And were looking for a reason to put him in jail. And they just said, oh, well, we're looking for stolen property that's a scope for a gun. Oh, it looks exactly like that, curiously enough. Coincidence. Alright, you're under arrest. Chalked it up to Alabama having shit property laws and a corrupt racketeering mafia state of a police department, you know, or police departments in their fucking state, just like everywhere else. Remember like, when I say that cops are just, you know, state-sanctioned mafia outfits, you know, for different towns and cities and counties? They fucking are. Like, it sounded like the fucking Alabamian police, like, mafia there decided to fucking, you know, hackle and story racketeer your friend and shit and put him up in prison. Why I'm so paranoid here? Dude, I mean, like, cops don't give a fuck wherever they are. It's weird. It's just like, Alabama seems to have worse crime than in more liberal slash Democrat states. Has worse problems when it comes to all sorts of different things like domestic violence, poverty, and shit like that. Oh, but you know how we have a good, proper, functional society? Scare everyone into obedience. Scare everybody, racketeer everyone, and fucking extort them like the thugs we are. Because, you know, that's how you fix it. That's how you make sure you have a society function and prosper. Make everyone paranoid and scared to do anything. geez, like everyone just like, decided to go live. Don't know how to pay for it. You save up for it. I mean, long story short, save up for it. Like, you get paid every month. You're just dead ass. Set money aside, like $100, each month, or however much, and then just literally put that in like a baggie or something. Like, because that's what I did when it came to my firearm. I didn't even like put it in the bank or anything. I put the money that I was going to save for that directly, just to ensure that I wasn't going to fucking touch it, in like a little baggie, and I stuffed it in like a drawer somewhere. And I just left it there, and I knew exactly where it was, and every time, I wanted to put more money in there, I just slipped, another 100 or like a 50 or a few 20s in there, and just zipped it up and just shoved it back in there. And then at the end of like the month, I would see how much I, like, all right, how much did I get for the month? And I'd be like, oh, cool, I got like 300 in here, or like 400 or some shit. And within like a span of 3 months, I was able to get up for it. Expensive ass vices. Yeah, so do I. And mine involves guns. That's one of my vices. This is one of my vices. Guns are part of the vices. Video games are part of the vices. Like, I do too. But still, I save up for it. Actually, I'm saving up for a shark fin lower handguard. Actually, here, I can kind of show you what I mean. Because of this one, the lower handguard is kind of this red color, like a redwood, while the furniture that I have is all plum, right? So there's all the plum look. The top is plum, but that red really does not stick on there very well. But on Famel State Armory, though, I found out that they just got a bunch of these in with like these little M-lock side rails on the side of it right here, and they got one in plum, like a plum wood, so it will match like all the rest of the plum furniture on here. And I'm just like, oh my god, oh yes please, because that will be really nice and actually fit with the furniture and everything. Though I want to get like a wooden plum handguard as well that doesn't have the shark fin, so I can change that out if I want to, so I don't have to like have it right here, but just kind of hold it like regularly, I guess. But yeah. It's only like $90, but I don't got that right now. But tomorrow, I think, will be a little spin day. All right, you can get back in there. Good. Oh my god, really? Are we having issues? Okay, there we go. And now this thing locked itself, so I have to... Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay. What cost of my people? Well, I mean, I'm okay with red flag laws, but I'm a little different about it. Like, I don't think it should be a permanent thing. Well, given the context. Like, I mean, because I think there are definitely plenty of people out there that, for all intents and purposes, are fine, but go through periods of their life where, they have, serious struggle and shit. And may potentially want to, like, harm themselves, during that time. And, and I can understand, at least temporarily, while, they might be at risk, at least for, that time, at least, letting the firearms be given to, like, a friend or a family member that, could be trusted to hold on to them, at least till further notice type of thing. And then from there, once they're okay, it's like, all right, I don't feel at risk anymore, I feel pretty good, stable again, blah, 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 then they can have it back. Like, at least to me, in my mind, like, just because someone might, at one point in the past, had a, like, a red flag or some shit, doesn't mean that that should be, like, a end-all, be-all when it comes to stuff like that. Because there's definitely, like, there's definitely, like, an argument to be had, like, there are definitely people out there that, are just for, whatever reason, legitimately are just arresting themselves or others, like consistently due to X, Y, or Z. And there's, a lot of people that aren't, but go for periods of time in their lives that, they might, have serious struggle where they might go through those type of, feelings or thoughts and shit. That doesn't mean they always do, or, it doesn't mean that it's even a permanent thing. It doesn't even mean that it's something that they're even going to probably act on at all. But it's just like a better safe than sorry thing that, is more about trying to, like, look out for them more so than anything else. While also not just being an absolutist about the whole thing. Be like, nope, you never get him again. Because, I've definitely been, in the past, have been, suicidal and shit. And there's definitely been times in the past where I've legit considered it and stuff. But at this point, fuck no. Oh, hell no. It's like, honestly, I got too much fight in me to even think about that now. Honestly, like, frankly, I just kind of feel like, I actually kind of get pissed at myself, realizing, like, I thought that, what the fuck? So it's just like, at this point, I just kind of, been, like, kind of re-spunked up into, like, now I'm a little bit like, come on, let's go, son, more so than, like, But, I think it's just more because I've just kind of, like, channeled and expressed, or at least, have a better way of expressing or channeling, my, these type of feelings and shit in comparison to in the past. Which, in a way, has definitely, made me a lot more stable and a lot more, far fundamentally less likely, to, harm others or myself and shit because of those things. Because, like I said, I think there's definitely people that, I'd even argue for myself in the past, could have been potentially at risk, but, as they, kind of move on and grow up a little bit basically, or grow out of it and shit, don't, feel those things anymore. Don't have those type of thoughts and don't feel like, like those type of, like that type of mentality and shit. Even if they do get depressed or mad or this or that or whatever the fuck, it's not to the same degree and the same level to where it's like they may potentially be at risk and shit. Because I definitely get mad and get fucking pissed off and very sad and depressed and shit still, but, like I said, I've been able to, like, handle and, deal with these things a lot better. And thus, I think, makes it, like, in a way, a lot more responsible of for myself as being a gun owner. Because I also, nowadays, especially consider that, if I start getting angry or depressed and shit, I consider the fact that, yeah, I am a gun owner, and, and these are, and these are tools that are in my house, and I need to consider that if I get, this angry and shit, or to get this sad, or this or that. And it kind of helps in a lot of ways, kind of be like, all right, chill, because if I get so mad to the point that where, like, for whatever fucking reason, impulse takes over, and I just stare at it, and I'm like, and go for that thing, then, it's like, that obviously is gonna be bad. Luckily, that has never ever happened. And frankly, honestly, I haven't really been to a point where I'm just, like, outright fucking just, like, angry to the point where impulse just totally takes over. I've gotten pretty pissed off and shit, but, like, not to the point of, like, just impulse control gone, so, yeah, it's been quite a while when it comes to that type of shit, and it's good. That's a good thing. Though, frankly, I'll admit, I'm kind of surprised with myself with that, just because of, like, when it comes to things like, especially with politics and shit, especially lately, it's like, in a lot of ways, I have every right to be, like, just blatantly angry about shit, but, just have I guess, just a good way to deal with it. If he feels like it. I'm not doing, what the fuck off? Can you not? I am, so shut the fuck up, dude. Like, seriously. I'm actually surprised it stayed up there. Boo. I don't want this, like, fucking, like, suicidal shit, dude. Knock it off. Like, fucking, like, seriously. Especially when I'm talking about firearms, dude. Like, fucking seriously. Make me bitch. Do you want me to troll you and, like, time you out or something? Because I could have those powers, bro. I control you. but I'm not going to. But I could. What are you doing over there? Zuka, what are you doing over there? Goofy Boopy. Oh, not fight fists. Well, who said about fight with fists? Who said there was rules to fighting? For nearest thing to use as a weapon. That's not a bad thing. Like, if you're in a fight and shit, like, yeah, like, I mean, it's a fight. Like, you're gonna want to play at least a little fucking dirty. Because the whole point is to, you know, win. To at least not get, at least get less, at least make sure your opponent's more fucked up than you. So, yeah, like, if I find something that I'm gonna see that I can use to, like, smack you over the face with, if, like, you know, if we're in a fight and shit, then yeah, I'm probably going to. Fighting honorably. I mean, yeah, like, sure, there could be, like, you know, quote, honor, and when it comes to, like, you know, like, being a fight and shit, but it's not, like, some sort of fucking, like serious fucking thing, honestly. They grab a pipe to go to town. See, that's not being honorable. See, fuck that. Being honorable is stand up for yourself and fight and make sure that you hold your fucking own. Like, I mean, that's just like some stupid shit. Like, oh, well, if they're using a weapon and playing dirty, then, you know, being on man, just take it. It's like, fuck you. See, fuck that. That's bullshit. My mind, being honorable would be, like, once you're down on the ground, be lucky I don't fucking curb stomp you even further. Like, that's being honorable. Like, once you're down, you're down. Like, you know, because I could keep going. So, it's just like, that would be, in my mind, being honorable when it comes to fighting. It's like, once your opponent's down, you know when they're down, and, you know, don't go overkill. Like, that's at least, you know, kind of a broad way of putting it. Like, don't go farther than you need to, basically. Knowing when to have restraint and shit like that. Like, that's, like, being honorable. But at the same time, you know, that doesn't mean, you know, like, I'm still gonna find whatever the fuck is near me and use it against you and type of shit, you know what I mean? Like, you can still have that mentality and still be like, well, it's a fight, I'm gonna use anything and everything to, you know, make sure you're more fucked up than me. And you're on the ground, and I'm not. So, it's just like, you can still have that gumption and be like, alright, you're on the ground, fight over. Tried to still be enough I could run. Well, at least just enough till the opponent's taken out, but yeah. See, that's being honorable, if you want to put, like, this fucking arbitrary thing to it. Which I don't. Like, I mean, you know, like, that's just a weird conservative fucking thing. Like, it's a weird conservative mentality of, like, this tradition and honor of fighting and shit. Like, I mean, they're really, like, so there really, like, isn't outside of, like, this weird, like, civility, you know, built around it to try to, like, have a more humane, veneer, you know, towards it. Like, the whole civility and veneer of, like, the line infantry with, like, those old drumming boys. Great shot to my fucking gut, and I'm still alive in agony and squirming. It's just like, I mean, you know, it's just like, yeah, oh, such honor and chivalry, yes. As men are literally groaning in agony as their bones shatter within their arms as fucking grape shot tatters them all. Just as the founding fathers intended. Load up my brown best musket and shoot the first scallywag and he drops dead on the spot. God damn it. Man, this bowl's wanting to clog a lot today. My dad, my friends, but I can't forgive from disturbing a 3-year-old child with no conceivable gun, scare him to death. Oh, wait, what? A shame. I wish I had jams. Well, yeah. I mean, dude, yeah. That's some just fucking crazy shit. I mean, honestly, for all intents and purposes, that dude probably fucking deserved the dirt even without the fucking 3-year-old being scared to death and shit with that. So, but that's just my opinion. Here. There's a difference between pointing a gun at an adult and pointing a gun at a child. Sure, yeah. I mean, shouldn't be pointing a gun at anybody. Yeah, but yeah, if there is gonna especially like be put a prioritization on who and who doesn't have that, you know, like rule, it's kids. They definitely need to be prioritized. Cause, yeah. I don't think it needs to be discussed as to why. I think there's plenty of reason as to why. If it has to be explained, then then you're already done. You're already TFG. I don't know what to do with you. Oh shit. Frankie the Pope fucking hospitalized for infection. Respiratory infection. Oh shit. What'd you do, Frankie? What'd you do, Pope Frank? What'd you do? Did you fucking try to deal too many children and didn't get, like, you know, some sort of, like, you know, respiratory infection from them? If so, good. Fuck you. I'm ordering some chocolate. Do you want a her, she, or a he? No, it's a she, her bar, or a he, him bar, yeah. Wendy says nuts if I have to tell you your TFG. Oh, is it the she, her bar? Is that the one with the nuts? I mean, honestly, like, is that honestly legitimate? Like, is that something I could honestly fucking buy? Like, I'm being serious. I'm gonna look this up right now. I want to, like, go on to Google and look this shit up. I see a bunch of articles. Let me go to shopping. Mushroom chocolate bars? Well, that's obviously not that. Well, there's the LGBT thank you Hershey chocolate bar thing. I'm literally getting everything but the conservative chocolate. Prohibition milk chocolate? What? Hold on, I want to see that. Hold up. What the fuck is this? Is this like chocolate milk, but alcoholic? Handcrafted, small batch. No, it's just regular chocolate milk. Real Kentucky bourbon imparting the chocolate with a smooth bourbon flavor. It contains less than 0.1% alcohol. Oh. So it's not something that you can get drunk off of. But oh my god, this actually sounds good. This looks legit, honestly. I kind of want some. Ethically sourced, award-winning chocolate, free shipping on orders. Ba 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 ba. Yeah, I might. Dude, like, it's pretty much all 5 stars besides literally one review. There's one review that's 1 star, and that's it. Delicious dark chocolate with a bit of the complex of the bourbon and salt. But it's 1 star? And it says my favorite. Huh? So even the 1 star review is like it's my favorite, but 1 star though. Like, huh? That don't make sense. It's called Jeremy's chocolate.
National Whip.
Oh, it's Jeremy's chocolate? Okay, well, alright, so that's the name of it. I'm not watching that ad, by the way. I'm literally getting, like, almost the same results. The first 2 results for this are basically the same things I saw earlier. Like, pucker butt chocolate plague? Wait, what the fuck is this? I'm getting, like, better results than, like... Well, yeah, I don't want to sign up. Okay. Only 1 left? Wait, what is it, though? It's a dark, sinister dive into extreme heat. It's a smoky flavor and spice kick in immediately, and aftershock continues even after the mouth feel subsides. Don't let the name fool you. It's nothing sweet about this Scoville sauce. So it's a hot sauce. The sauce is straight from the diabolical mind of a smoking Ed Curie and is made with our freak show pepper, the chocolate butla, the busla, which is a mutant hybrid of ghost pepper and chocolate Douglas pepper. Whoa. The sauce crumble flavor profile has an earthiness and pepper that delight you just before terrorizing you with the Scoville body blows. Dude. Bruh. I'm getting, like, results, trying to find this conservative chocolate that is fucking way more based and awesome than anything else. Damn. The Daily Wise store. Oh my god. Well, of course. Here, let me see. Let me just go to all again. There's Jeremy's conditioner? What the fuck? Oh no. Alright, I found it. Oh god, here it is. Jeremy's chocolate woke free chocolate. Oh my god. Oh wait, so they're a razor company and they decided to just do this. Out of nowhere. Oh my god, dude. You can't be fucking serious. Oh my god. So it's actually like a, razor company? It won't even load. The website won't even load. Oh my god. Yeah, it doesn't even want to load. Oh my god, they have a... They literally call the, their whole, brand thing with their whole chocolate, the chocolate binary. It's Jeremy's chocolate binary is what it's specifically called. Oh wow, this actually loads. Oh my god, dude, what the actual fuck? Dude, for a 4-pack, it's $25? What the fuck is this goddamn extortion racket? God, it's kosher certified. Holy vey, dude, it's kosher certified. What the fuck? Dude, wow, look at this shit. Oh my god, this is so fucking stupid. Oh my god, what the fuck? That's incredibly 80s gay and lame. That better be the best chocolate I've ever had. Dude, this better be better than Icelandic chocolate. And Icelandic chocolate wasn't even that fucking expensive. Oh my god, dude, I didn't even read the description. Some chocolate companies don't even know what a woman is, but we do. Indulge in the chocolate binary. One with nuts, one without. You know which is which. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. It just writes itself. Oh my god, man. Holy shit, it just writes itself. Oh my god. I have some extremely expensive chocolate that was a banger and some that wasn't. Well, yeah, because for some expensive chocolate, it's literally just a gimmick, like this shit. And then some of it is because it's legitimately good quality. Like, I have too. I've had, like, I'm not like a major chocolate connoisseur, but I've had, like, some pretty good fucking bang of chocolate. And, like, you don't, like, and frankly, like, there's even some pretty decent chocolate that can be fairly cheap even. Like, you know, so, it's, like, if there's, like, some chocolate that's expensive, chances are it's probably a gimmick, but not always. I mean, you can find some pretty legit good quality stuff out there. Does exist. Hershey's is good for price. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's not legit, genuine chocolate, though. That's the thing. Like, if you want, like, real chocolate, like, I mean, you have to, like, you know, go to Germany. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, in Europe, they actually make a, like, legitimate, like, chocolate over there. And in, like, Central South America, too. Like, I mean, in America, like, a lot of chocolate companies don't, you know, like, they process it to the point where it's not, like, true chocolate, so to speak. I mean, I guess it technically is, but not if, like, you're considering, like, what actual, like, you know, like, chocolate is. But yeah, like, I mean, I've had some chocolate from Iceland and stuff, and even brought a bunch of that back, and, you know, was snacking on a lot of that type of stuff, and, goddamn. Shit's legit really good. And, like, they had, like, different types, too. Like, some of it was salty, some of it was sweet, and, you know, and with the salty ones, they actually had a different variety of salty types, because, you know, they have, like, lava salts and volcanic salts and shit like that. So they will incorporate some of that with some of their chocolate. Honestly, it is so good. So, I mean, like, Europe, like, kind of knows what's up when it comes to, like, doing chocolate. Not even gonna lie. It's like a man desperate for water. I don't know why I had to say that. That's just so random, but just kind of fucking funny. Oh my lord. What the fuck? Oops, I gotta see something. Did you see a fly? Did you see a fly? He's looking around like, where'd I go? Yeah, where'd it go? She let you? Nice. This was disappointed. Pleasantly disappointed. What the fuck? Oh my lord. Oh shit. Did you get the fly? Did you get it? Heard him like start clacking his jaw over there. He's like, come here, fly. It's so funny when he does that. It's honestly. It's like the only time I actually, you know, it's little pops. It's funny. Little goober. I'm just pleasantly pleased. Correct to disappointed. Oh, wait, so it autocorrected you? What the fuck? Dude, turn your autocorrect off. I don't even have my autocorrect on, so, and honestly, it's better for it. Like, even if I do make a typo, I'd rather just manually do that myself versus having to go through the autocorrect bullshit. So, like, I mean, it's built into the phone. Are you... Dude, no, what? That's not, like, nah. Like, dude, there's, like, a keyboard settings, like, that should be, you know, available to look at. Like, every phone has keyboard settings so where you can, like, adjust, you know, the settings on those things. This dog is on guard. It's like, I will stop any fly that comes in my path. Just giant going after the one prey that he will, like, actually attack. Flies. That is, like, the only thing he will actually go after. So weird. It's so weird and goofy. You're just a goof. Just a little goof. It's gonna be hot in here, so I don't like being short. Hair's almost black, and it's gonna heat me up in desert. Dude, my hair heats me up, and it's not even black at all. It's like dirty blonde. I mean, that's why I just put my shit up like this. Because it at least keeps it off of the shoulders and the neck and doesn't, like, you know, heat up and get all sweaty. Keep it all nice in a bun or, like, in a ponytail or something. Let's go. Baby. The Manatee Gauntlet grows close. It does. I haven't been checking up with, like, you know, how many patrons they've gotten. I know the Conspiracy Gauntlet is going to be this Friday. Patrons only how y'all shoot tonight, by the way. Sweet. Sweet. Dude, I honestly cannot wait for that Conspiracy Gauntlet, because mainly just because I can't wait for them to talk about, like, Richard Paddock with that Vegas shooting and shit. Because I've talked to my friends about that before, and they're just like, nah, he was just a crazy dude, bro. I'm just like, and I'm sitting here like, bruh, like, really? You can't be serious. Like, you're just gonna rule that off like that? Considering, like, all the details, or at least, well, really the lack thereof, you know, of that story. It's just like, man. Because I want to, like, show that specifically to them and be like, see, look at all these details, man. Look at all this shit. You sure? You sure? Hey! Sick off! Oh my god. Six! Hey! Oi! Ho! Hey! Come here! Well, he stopped barking. That's whatever. Wait, Stepdish thinks he was a paid agent? Now, I don't think that. And honestly, that's just... I mean... I don't think he was, like, paid to do that shit. If anything, more or less, like, he was probably, like, a burnt asset. You know, considering the details, you know, about his past and shit. Or, you know, the little that is known. Alright, I'm gonna stay dog. Whoa! What are you doing? Here. Damn ho. You're not. Yeah, it was a burnt asset. I was trying to blow the door open. Yeah. And also, like, you know, from my understand, like, he had a laptop with him that likely probably had various different files and different, you know, documents, you know, potentially that could have held a lot of very, you know, interesting bits of information, but for some reason that laptop just didn't have a hard drive on it, which is very strange. Have you ever seen the old show Notice, Burn Notice, burnt like that? In fact, I think the fact that so many weird facts exist around the aftermath proves that the shooting was definitely not the plans of the government. Yeah, I mean, if anything, all the weird facts about it, you know, showed that, if anything, the government probably didn't want this to happen. Which is honestly why I think whatever, you know, other potential facts about the, you know, shooting have not really surfaced. Mainly because, like, you know, like, there was probably some, incriminating information on that shit. And honestly, with this guy, you know, especially being a burnt CIA asset, and knowing some possible, like, psychological tricks and tactics that the CIA does use, you know, he probably thought this is the maximum, you know, best way to try to get that information out there. Like school shootings and other shootings. So, well, exactly. And the dude decided not to, you know, like, go to a school, thankfully. He decided to do it at a concert, where there's likelihood of children being there, especially at night. Not really. You know, so, I mean, you know, like, even Venom was, like I mentioned earlier, it's like, when it comes to, like, you know, when it comes to quote-unquote pointing a gun at somebody, like, if there's a prioritization of who not to fucking point that at, it would be kids. You know, if we're going to take a prioritization level of, you know, who not point guns at, you know, so it's just like, I mean, you know, like a festival at, like, 10 p.m. or some shit, you know, you ain't going to be, you know, seeing kids at all, usually. I think the U.S. Gov look at these sort of attacks, like these terror events, a good way to keep the population scared without ever ability put on them. Yeah. Because, I mean, that's probably why, you know, they did scrub some of the info about it, you know, because if they release too much, then it'd be kind of incriminating on the gov, and then they'll add a little sense of, like, well, now we're partly to blame, so, uh-oh. Why did you have a camera set up at the entry points if you had a useless laptop you couldn't watch them with? I don't know, it's a valid answer. Well, yeah. And frankly, wouldn't you want to know? Because you said earlier, Occam's razor is the dude's just pissed off old white guy with money. Which I suppose down to the core, there is probably some truth to that. But that's not just all of it. There's definitely way more to it than that. Hey! Who's this? What, are you agreeing with me or disagreeing with me? But either way, it definitely just like, and also like he used to have like an aircraft and he was a pilot, and that a plane had technology that isn't even really like hard to come by necessarily if you know where to look for when it comes to like flying under the radar, so to speak. So he did like under the radar charter flights and shit like that. Trying answering just because of how rare it is to see someone those types do the things he did. Yeah, I mean, arguably. Shut up! What the fuck? God damn, dog. But yeah, like, I'd argue that, like, I mean, there's more merit, I mean, to have, you know, to a lot of these other, like, you know, white dudes who have done different shootings and shit. You know, like, there's, in a lot of ways, there's more merit to, like, you know, angry white guy of money, you know, than, you know, the Richard Paddock one. With the Vegas shootings. So, I mean, and even then, I wouldn't say that's technically true. I mean, outside maybe like a couple exceptionary cases, but most of them generally have at least some other intent or reasoning behind it outside of just, I'm angry at the world. I mean, that's a part of it. Maybe just have a higher bar for people at it. If I was rich and, you know, myself just crash playing a mountain or something, no one but me gets hurt. Dude, you think way too... Yeah, you got too much of a higher bar, yeah. You might want to lower that, like a lot. I hope I was... your autocorrect is fucking you up again. You hope you weren't, but your autocorrect made it's like, I hope I was! Dude, your phone does not like you, dude. Either way, I'm pretty rich, don't worry about it. Yeah, I mean, we all have our moments anyway, so it's whatever. Also, what was like there's actually like another conspiracy I kind of want, you know, I kind of hope they kind of talk about. Oh, Seth Rich, because I think it was like one of their Friday episode last week, like with that. Like, they kind of somewhat glance over to the Seth Rich conspiracy a bit, and at least in my mind, I think there's a little bit more to it than just, like, robbery gone wrong. Because the guy was kind of like a pro-Bernie dude, and also was wanted to kind of blow the whistle about, like, Hillary and the DNC and shit, and especially with, like, corruption, trying to, like, you know, fucking co-opt the primary from Bernie, basically. And there's a few other things too, and basically there's like, and there's straight up footage of this too, I think. I'm pretty sure it's like a street light camera that, you know, shows this, but like, it was walking off the street, and then like some dude just walks up and bobs him and just leaves. Like, just walks up from behind him, pulls out a gun and just pops him once and then just walks away. And just like, literally some like mafia shit. Like, I mean, it was like some crazy fucking like, whoa. And it was ruled off as a botched robbery. It's like, huh? It's just like, wait, huh? That ain't botched robbery, that's an assassination. It's just like, what the fuck? And it was just like kind of nothing to it. I mean, after that, and it was like, or what? It's like, all about what just happened with that shit was very fucking suspicious, but it was all just kind of like rolled off as just a botched robbery that went bad. Even though there was literally no sign of struggle, and there was nothing stolen, not even like things rustled from his pockets or anything. It was just like popped in the back of the head and just done. That was it. It's just like, huh, yeah, botched robbery, alright. Hey! That was a car outside. Oh my god! It's either a neighbor or my dad. Either way, shut up! Bro! Hey! Get over here! Come here! Come here, get distracted. Or go over there instead, that works too. Here. You just have to shut up. Until G-Rap for the step just gets scary, so trans people or mentally ill should be barred from owning firearms or passports. Huh? I mean, I'm already been seeing the firearm thing, but the passport shit now? It feels more insidious than normal to me. That is. That, like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, that's... I don't even know where to even start with that, dude. That is insidious, because that's quite literally Nazi shit. I'm not even being hyperbolic with that. That just literally is. The firearm thing is just, like, one thing, because that could just be, like, masked as gun regulation, even though it's bullshit, you know, but, like, you know, and they don't give a fuck about it. But, like, the passport thing, that's just another level, dude. That's, like, what? I don't... Has there even been, like, politicians fucking, like, even saying that? Like, I don't... Let's... What? Man, if it wasn't in the safe, I'd be like, this is why we own these. But, like, it's in the safe. I don't want to get up and deal with it. Have an identifying mark on them. What? Oh, like the Star of David for Jews, right? What? Like the pink triangle? You know, like the pink Star of David, identifying the homosexuals who also are Jews. Like that? I didn't even see this one. Am I smoking on? It is. Well, it is still a little bit of a mixture of mystery that my roommate got donated from a dude at work who tipped him. And the other stuff is Cushman's. He won as a mark. I think I could take a guess. Here. Well, you know what? Fuck it. I will get up. Zukov, don't think you're going anywhere. Does it happen to look like that? Does it happen to look like that at all? Oh, by the way, I put some more stickers on here. Here, let me block that out. There we go. This one's probably my more favorite one here. But I don't know, I like this one too. But this one's pretty base. Looks almost like... I mean, it has that old aesthetic look to it, but at the same time, it also kind of has like this like modern 80s like vibe to it a little bit. It got a little friendly possum guy. But yeah, anyway, but yeah, does it look like that? Can't imagine what trans comrades feel like. They probably feel like this. They probably, you know, feel a little bit of this going on. But that's just IMO. Kind of just ready. Dude, yeah, honestly. I mean, there is. Like, a lot of trans folk are just like, yeah, you know, like, we're scared, but you know what? If you're gonna fucking do this, then bring it on already, motherfucker. Like, there is kind of a level of that, you know? I mean, like, because they're the ones egging it on. Like, I mean, I love my friend Rip, you know, and shit, but he's just like, I mean, you know, even Venom says it, he is definitely kind of naive about this. Because he just thinks that, like, guns literally, no matter what, will just already, you know, cause, like, nothing but violence, and that in itself, by proxy, is escalatory. Even if you're using them for self-defense, like, that by proxy is somehow still escalation in his mind. It's like, bro, like, tell this to the fucking Nazis, dude. You know, like, I mean, seriously, like, because at this point, it's like, no one's doing the escalating but fucking Nazis at this rate, and that's just what they are. Like, don't get at us for getting fucking guns. Like, take that ire on the fucking far right. Like, try to disarm their asses, you know? It's like, Jesus. I'm gonna go get the fuck out of either that part of the U.S. that still has sense or Uruguay. Oh, same here. Well, luckily I'm already kind of in a part of the country that has sense, but there's still a lot of far-right influence around here, and they love to come up here to try to fuck with people anyway. But that's why, you know, I'm also armed and ready for it, shit, because, yeah, like, it's no, like, you know, like stranger to the far right and fascist and shit, that basically Portland's the equivocal of like, you know, like Beijing or Moscow or something in the fucking 90s and 80s or some shit, and it's like communist, like, you know, like Antifa HQ, you know, capital city, and they literally want to fucking nuke Portland. I've seen these fuckers like advocate for literally putting a nuke on this fucking city. And it's just like, you know, if they want to like come over here and try to fucking like, you know, basically slaughter this fucking city because it's like Antifa ran and shit, then bring it the fuck on. Because we've, you know, driven you fuckers out before, and we'll do it again. We'll eventually. Dude, don't be fucking accepting that shit. There's nothing to accept about this. Portland, right? Yep, PDX. Well, I don't like... I'm in Portland metro area. I'm outside of Portland, but, I mean, it basically is Portland. If anything, honestly, where I live, like with city council here and shit, like in my little smaller town, it's actually got fucking some sense. The county's shit. Like, but the town here is actually okay. It's actually probably one of the more progressive areas in Oregon. All of Oregon's Portland to me. That's, well, I will say this, definitely a misnomer. Eastern Oregon, a lot of rural areas in Oregon, still pretty conservative, and especially if you go, like, out in Eastern Oregon, it is far right as fuck. Oregon City, pretty far right. Can be far right as fuck. I mean, there's a lot of towns and a lot of places out here that are pretty conservative as fuck and have, like, far right fascist enclaves. Portland and, like, the greater Portland metro itself, not really. I mean, you see conservatives and shit like that, and you'll definitely get them around here, but, I mean, Oregon's honestly politically pretty diverse. Like, it's always seen it's like Oregon's like a liberal bastion or something, but it really isn't like you think it is. I mean, it is, but, like, not in the way that people think. There's definitely a lot of, like, conservative far-right, you know, elements around here, but they don't really have, like, actual, like, state control. I mean, they fuck with shit. They, you know, like to, like, hold up everything and, you know, like, make whatever progress there is, like, slow as fuck. But, you know, nonetheless, they don't really have, like, an actual element of power outside of, like, county or city level. And Clackamas County, the county I'm in, is shit. Like, there are so many right-wing corrupt fucking shitbags in this county, it is just ridiculous. And also, like, the congressional district I'm in, the 5th congressional district, had a chance to just unironically have a good progressive lefty type, what was her fucking name? Oh my god, I'm blanking on her name now, goddamn. It was Jamie McLeod Skinner, that was her name. And we botched an opportunity to have, like, a genuine, like, good, like, lefty progressive type to oust the fucking corrupt Republican Joe Manchin type of the Congress, Kurt Schrader. And we replaced him with a Trump far-right fasci freakazoid, like, some crazy lady named DeRaymer. Like, it was just like, what? It's like, what in the fuck is wrong with our county and our district? I hate it. Oh my god. Of course, my town actually overwhelmingly voted for McLeod Skinner, but the rest of the county didn't. So, the county, shit. Like, and also a lot of it is probably because of the corruption that, like, the county commissioner, Sherry Hall, has done before. She's openly has done corruption to, like, to try to fraudulate some of the primaries against Jamie McLeod Skinner, from Kurt Schrader. There was one time when during the primaries when they were counting the votes and shit, where they were showing up, you know, like before the place, the ballot counting area was office was like opened, which was like 8 o'clock. They noticed that there was Kurt's campaign inside the building at 7 with the doors locked with like Sherry Hall and her fucking cronies in there an hour early with the doors locked in there, like fucking with shit a little bit. Like, and it's at least luckily that didn't stop McLeod Skinner from winning the primary, but it did, you know, there probably was a role of that, you know, being played where Kurt Schrader probably helped lobby DeRaymer to fucking win because, you know, out of just sheer spite and with collaboration with Republicans to, you know, knock out a progressive lefty type. Which just shows that these neoliberal DNC crony fucks, have no qualm with, trying to help, the progressive leftist sides of anything. If anything, they'll stab you in the back any chance you get. Two libs for the right ignore knows what I'm talking about. Does it hit the fan for at least, say, 8 more months so I can move from Bama? Well, I feel like if shit were to hit the fan with stuff like this, it would probably be around, like, the actual election time, which would be, what, November? Next year? So we got, got time. Run to Mexico, fight, make it to Arizona. Well, in a weird way, you'd probably, unironically, be safer. I'm not kidding. Like, Mexico's definitely got some social conservatism, but they're nowhere near to the same level, like, of gun-ho, hell-bent, fucking, like, religious crusadism about, like, social issues, than right-wingers here. Because there's, like, a strong, there's still, like, strong sense of, like, Catholicism and religiosity within Mexico and stuff, but, like I said, they don't really have the same, like, degree of, like, social animosity about, queer issues and things like that, like, American right-wing evangelicals do. Have you watched The Power of Nightmares? I rewatched it the other day and I was reminded, again, how totally bogus our modern political system was. Power of Nightmares? It does sound familiar, and I think I have seen it. Probably a couple years, probably some years back if I did. It's on YouTube, isn't it? Here, I'll look it up, because I'm pretty sure, I am aware of it. I have heard of it being discussed tangentially by some people and stuff like that. I know Paul Zigo has talked about it before. So I am kind of, yeah, here it is. I'm in Islamov. Oh yeah, there's like, it's multi-part, looks like. Yeah, there's part 1. Part 2. So it's a multi-part thing, yeah. Yeah, I feel like oh wait, no, hold on, there's like a old BBC thing. Okay, so, part 3. Okay, yeah, there's all sorts of stuff in here, okay. Cool. I've been watching The Brain Explained. It's originally BBC work. Okay, yeah, so... yeah, it looks like it's at least, multi-part on here. Let's see if this is... yep, okay, yeah, this is the original doc here. Television documentary series by Adam Curtis. Oh yeah, that's why I'm familiar with it, because it's yeah, it's Adam Curtis. Yeah, that's why, because I'm familiar with some of his works. And okay, now it's coming together, because I know Paul, and I think there's like been a couple other people. I know Paul specifically has mentioned him and talked about some of his stuff before. I know I've at least watched 1 or 2 of his documentaries. Because I watched the Power Rangers now, always 30-year special now, a nostalgia slut. Okay, good. Are you trying to make me angry, so sad? Because trying to get the warrior out in you. I'm trying to get you angry enough to fucking fight. You need to fight, bitch. Need angst. But myself sad. Boo, no. Well, you shouldn't really be a threat. Well, like, I'm not a threat to anyone either. I mean, you don't have to be a threat to anyone to get angry in fight mode, bro. I mean, like, I mean, it's just like I said, it ain't like, our fault we're being pushed to the limits. Push it to the limit. The limit! One mile down. Alright, I'm listening to that song. I listen to the cover version, though, because I like the cover version a little bit. This is alright. Nope. Bluetooth ain't on. Turn on, bitch. Where is it? Where's the song? Where are ya? There it is. Oh, fucking Christ alive! Maybe I should have ensured that was turned down. I don't know my limits, so I don't want her to limit me. Well, get one of those, like, you know, fucking punch bags and start practicing a little bit. See what those limits are. But you gotta push it. Just imagine yourself doing like some like Rambo style or like Rocky style montages or some shit right here. Just like, you know, breaking like, you know, like chopping wood, breaking wood logs and stuff. Chugging them up a snowy mountain and shit. Just like, you know, huffing it, sweating it out. Fucking just like take one of those, like, you know, literally take a log just like dangling from a chain, just going. Not like, you know, a regular punching bag, like a log on a chain. I have not Vassal set. Seen last night. Oh, I should honestly kind of show you a little bit of the shit that I did with that, because honestly, you know that whole make or break situation I was telling you about? Well, I made it, but I kind of broke it at the same time. It's honestly kind of fucking whack, dude. I expanded a lot. Keep the iron presses, bulwarks, and the air wants tributaries giving your resources. Yeah, I don't have like any vassals or anything. Honestly, I'm just like one of doing it, just all in one banger. Actually, I could kind of show really quick. It's not an excuse to start playing. I just want. I'll give a little quick, you know, rundown though. I'm gonna give you overload right now, so get ready. Don't do it. Stop it. Stop it right now. You cancel that immediately. I get paid tomorrow, dude. I was gonna, like, buy, like, at least a few things tomorrow anyway. So, like, stop it. Don't do that. I get paid Friday. God damn it. So you have the same thing that I got going on. It's like, alright, I'm gonna go spend some stuff, you know, when I get paid. And you're like, might as well spend stuff. I get paid. Fuck. Oh, yeah, it is. It's gonna be April. It is the 29th. And yeah, I already have the game up. So this makes it easy. Anyway, so here's what... So yeah, I told you I expanded a lot, by the way. So yeah, I'm huge now. Like, I'm pretty fucking huge. And also I changed the name of the Empire a little bit. I decided to add free to it. Free People's Republic. And yeah, so this, like, Empire literally is fractured. Like, it's literally broken into 3 chunks. Like, it can't, it's done for, basically. And I actually decided to say fuck and push over here. And it actually didn't do anything with these guys. So they actually stayed out of it, surprisingly. And that ended up being pretty good. And I also got this going on. Like, I got, like, this sector that's just all on its own, just separated from everything. And then I got this, like, hive mind thing going on here, which, at this point, I'm probably going to start, you know, advancing on, because I want to connect this to the rest of my empire and shit, which the only hyperlane that I have closest to do so would be right here. So I gotta, like, you know, at least push, I don't know, about right here, you know, to at least have a couple forts, you know, to secure the lane, and then maybe, I don't know, like, right here. Just so I can at least have that lane secure, and then just, you know, leave them alone, because they're just a hive mind thing, and they kind of expanded where I wanted to check out. And I also got, like, a mining system right here with all sorts of, like, you know, some mines and some good shit, and it cut me off. Like, I was just about to, like, secure this, and they beat me to it by, like, a second, and that kind of made me sad. Same thing for over here. Like, I was literally like 99% way for completing this one, and they snagged it for me. I'm like, you fucks. So, I'm not really too happy with these guys right now. But, yeah, so that's going on. And I'm at a point now where the only thing really that I could do is either just kind of wait to just finish these guys off, which I'm kind of tempted to do, or just start moving up here. Like, honestly, like, that's kind of the next goal, is to move up here now. Because I've now basically have solidified to secure my position as an actual powerhouse. Like, look at this. These guys went from overwhelming to equivalent now. Like, they're about equivalent to my firepower now in superiority. Like, they got fucked. Like, I'm honestly surprised. Like, I was like, let's see if I can make or break it, and I made it. And they were able to kind of hold this out, which kind of made me sad. Because this is like this wasn't here, but then it spawned, like, while the war was going on. And I almost secured it, but then they put an outpost there. So I want this, because there's a pre-FTL civilization here. So I'm gonna go after these guys again, but I need to wait until the truce is over. So that's what I'm thinking. At least maybe I'll finish these guys off first, because by the time that happens, these guys will probably end the truce, and then I can just secure up here, and then, like, you know, secure these two systems and just leave them alone and just fuck them off, and then start going up here. That's kind of the idea, because I mean, after that, it's basically, you know, then using the, you know, like, expansionism from here to kind of hold these dudes off, and have, like, you know, 2 fleets up here maybe, and then have like 1 or like 2 or 3 down here, and then go into these fuckers and fuck with these guys, the, you know, the empire that slaved me and shit. So yeah, I mean, you know, we're starting to get to a point where I almost have, like, at least like a quarter of the entire galaxy in my position. But here's how it kind of broke me at the same time. That's a problem. And it's because I have, like, so many alloys and other shit, like, that I'm just selling different things, you know, to keep that up. Because, like, I mean, that's how I broke it. Like, I need to really, like, find a way to get my energy back up, which also means I'm going to probably need to deal with the star systems. Like, my fleets are under capacity now, which is good. But now it's just this, I think. So I don't know what, like, I mean, there's just, I think a lot of it's due to the edicts, because I have a lot of edicts going on right now. Actually, I think it is 150 to 1. Yeah, I think it's the edicts, because a lot of the planets that I now have under my control are low stability right now, because I need to, like, you know, add stuff and kind of, you know, get them integrated into the empire and all that shit. So I think so. Honestly, I feel like that won't last forever, but it's definitely something that I've been eyeballing for a while. The consumer goods, I think, are a reason why it's low like that as well, is because of that. So, you know, I'm honestly kind of shocked that I was able to make it and actually solidify, like, the power immensely, you know, to the point where, like, honestly, unless it's like these guys over here, basically at this point, like, I could fuck with anybody and hold my own, which is why I'm going to start going after this fucking hive mind eventually. And they're, like, suspicious and don't like me. They're, like, really wary of me. So, and they should be, because they literally keep closing and opening the borders of me. Like it's like every few months they'll close them, and then every few months they keep opening it back up to me. So they're just, like, kind of at that teeter-totter level of, like, do we like you or do we hate you? So it's, you know, they don't really know how to feel about me yet, but they should have a reason to start, you know, being concerned. But it's mainly just for these outer systems they just conquered. Like, I don't really give a fuck about them. They just, like, expanded to where I'm wanting. So I can at least secure this and actually have a solid, like, wraparound. I hate this fallen empire because it took the only 2, like, lanes that would connect me. Like, boo. And also, like, there's a system that for some reason is not theirs, that is just cut off from everything. And if I had open borders with them, I would just say fuck it and, like, have it as mine, but yeah. They just, like, decided to say, nah, that ain't ours. But yeah, it's pretty immense. I'm honestly kind of surprised that I survived as well as I did. That's not a hive mind. Yes, it is. Just say consciousness is a hive mind. Artificial intelligence network. It's a hive mind like AI system thing, which they're equivalent, but their technology is overwhelming. So if I, take them on, their technology would probably be pretty intense and pretty crazy, but that's robotic AI. Okay, and hive minds are organic. Okay, bro. Like, if we're gonna talk about like philosophically about what a hive mind is, like a robotic artificial intelligence that has, a hive of different, mechanic systems involved with it, such as, like different worker drones, and shit like that, or like different, specific drones or specific machinery that is a part of the broader hive that is, meant to, like, be beneficial to the broader nexus and shit. How's that any different to an organic hive mind? It's like basically a very similar structure to how a hive mind, like a wasp nest or ant's nest, and shit like that would work. So how's it any different? Oh, because it's a machine? It's still a hive mind. I mean, it's not just, the thing is, it's just not an organic one. It's a mechanical or artificial one via AI. So, blah, blah, blah. Do you have a nemesis? I don't think so. Stop giving me DLCs. Stop it. I am more than capable of doing it myself, damn it. Honestly, it'd be more of a bro move if you fucking, like, gifted, like, Bannerlord or some shit. Or Crusader Kings 3, but don't do that. I mean, because I could buy that myself. You're gonna get at least 2 and like it. I've been noticing lately metal's been coming out with a bunch of awesome songs. Like Angry with 6, popping off with, as a new artist. Well, not really. I mean, he was with Gloryhammer, but then he left. And now he is Angus McSix instead. Death Star's got new music and a new album coming out. It's like bass, love it. Do you think Hillary Clinton should have won in 2016? Oh God. I don't know, man. I mean, I really want to say no, but like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I really don't know, honestly. I mean, I guess on, like, one hand, like, would it, like, I guess, in my mind, what comes to the question is, like, would have it, like, prevented, like, the whole, like, rise of the far right? Would have it, like, which, frankly, let's be honest, I don't want to, like, and as status quo as it stood, would it have been different from the policies that Trump did? Maybe. I mean, at least on some levels, probably better, but on some levels, probably worse. So, if anything, it's probably just negligible. And, so, like, when it comes to, like, domestic affairs, would it have, like, the outsourcing and all that type of shit, been the same? I mean, probably the same thing, negligible. I mean, if anything, maybe it might have been worse. I don't know. The alt-right was already going strong under Obama. Well, that's what I mean. Like, with the disenfranchisement and the fucking, like, lack of nothing going on besides just the slow degradation, under Obama, it's just like, I mean, if anything, it might have exacerbated it even further. I mean, At the same time, they probably wouldn't necessarily have like, you know, a strong sense of leadership because the GOP would still be able to quell it. But I mean, if there's anything that the Tea Party movement showed as a illicit example, is that the GOP, you know, is capable of being at least, you know, co-opted, and at this point, you know, to some extent they have, at least, you know, to a degree. They were able to simulate the Tea Party, but not these motherfuckers, or at least not to the same level. So it's like, I mean, it really is just kind of hard, I think, in my mind to like really say one way or the other. I mean, at this point, I'm just thinking too much of like the current and the future sense. You know, really, you know, think about like, you know, yeah, should have Hillary won, isn't it? Like, I haven't thought about that question so fucking long, frankly. And so I was like, I don't know. I don't know. Spilled money has been spent. All that is left except the gifts and install them. God damn it. Since besides actual meaningful change on the issues that matter, that could prevent the rise of it all, right? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would also kind of tend to agree with that. Sadly. I guess it's just more about, like, you know, how fast is that, like, rise? And I think, honestly, it was just, like, a snowball effect that was just already going. Like, I don't really think there was really going to be a way to necessarily mitigate it, at least to a certain point. I mean, I do think maybe there could have been a level of it being mitigated at this point. Like, let's say, hypothetically, Hillary won and lost, you know, like in 2020, and now, let's say, hypothetically, now this is the first term of Trump. I mean, there might be a degree of sense that, you know, maybe the rise of far-right and fascism would have been, like, you know, like, stagnated in a sense of, like, yeah, now we're here, and then just kind of, like, you know, basically be like the first term of Trump. So, and if anything, be like, ha, you lost, Hillary, fuck you, we won now, blah, 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 you tried and like, if anything, they would just be all the gloat train about that shit, just like they were, it would basically be like 2016, only 2020 instead, you know, so, like, I don't know, I mean, it'd be, I guess, I don't know, like, I mean, I feel like, if anything, we would just see the same timeline, but just, like, 4 years ahead. I feel like that's just as what would happen. It would just basically be like another term of Obama, almost, and then Trump comes in, and then we see that timeline as we see it now. I guess, you know, 2020 and all that shit, you know, going down, COVID and all that would still happen, but, I mean, at least when it comes to the whole political disfranchisement elements of things, I think we would just be seeing that, like, just 4 years ahead. So, I don't know, I really think there wouldn't have been, like, a strong sense of, like, curbing it. It's just more about, like, do we put 4 years extra to the line of that, or not? Instead of one term Trump. Well, guess what? You would have Trump now instead of then. That's kind of the point I'm making. It's like, whether it was a third term of Obama or Hillary, you know, Trump would have just ran again, or maybe somebody like him, you know, and taken his place, and then, you know, and then we would just see basically 2016 to 2020 from 2020 to 2024 instead. Which I guess, I suppose, would be a little bit of a silver lining, because then maybe a little bit more class consciousness would probably be arising right now, you know, more so than it already is. But I feel like that would probably be negligible. I mean, I'm not 100% too sure if that would be the case. It'd probably be at least relatively the same as it is now. But I don't know, I feel like, I mean, it'd just basically be like 4 years ahead instead of like how we're seeing it now. Because honestly, at least, you know, all things considered, I wouldn't necessarily see Hillary, you know, winning more than a term. I mean, if Trump were at least were to run, what do you think Bernie could have done realistically if gotten the office? I feel like it would have basically happened the exact same way. Yeah. I mean, all intents and purposes, everything would essentially be the same. Except the figureheads. Yeah. I think it would have stonewalled at every single turn. Well, yeah, I mean, Bernie would have. but he also has the ability to do executive order. And also he has an ability to appoint, people at the heads of agencies. So he would appoint, people who would actually be merited on, the sense of, at least, having, the agencies, ran by competent people that give a shit. I'm not giving a lot of reason to believe that would translate to actual policy. Yeah. If anything, it would probably be the people in his administration that he would put in there that would actually be doing things that would be meaningful. Bernie would just get stonewalled too much. Or compromised too much. It's he means well, and honestly, I'm glad that he did, get people rabble-roused the way he did, because I think, the leftism would not be where it is now, as this franchise as it is, it wouldn't be where it is now, at least have some element of influence like it does now, if it wasn't for Bernie galvanizing people. I mean, he's still definitely somebody that, kind of put the log in people's asses, but I mean, and really that's kind of his whole intent. So, it's come on people, god damn it! We need to do some shit to solve this stuff now! I mean, he's just that's kind of what his whole intent was. I mean, it's he's, at least in my mind, too much of a, soft-spoken, sweet old man to, have, the fuck you gumption, like he probably did in his, when he was younger and shit. Because I could see it in him. Every now and then, Bernie gets all fiery and shit. I mean, we've seen it out of him. So it's we know he could have some fire and spunk in him and shit, but he's just he kind of ended up being, in his older age, too soft-spoken. That not all boomers are bourgeois. Well, yeah, because not all of them are. I mean, arguably, a lot of them, are exploited just many other people like we are now. I mean, fuck, a lot of them have been exposed to a lot of lead because, corporations do not exactly have many regulations on lead. So, there's things like that. There's, people are still diehard hippies and shit, that are out there. So, I mean, diehard hippies from, the 60s, movement and shit, from, the hippie movement itself. There's still people from that era that are alive and still got that, OG gumption and shit. Not all of them weeded themselves into, the Jesus Revolution or conservatism or whatever the fuck. Or crystal mom chakra fucking, herbal medicine, weird shit or something where it's vaccines are bad. Which then eventually later down the line just got amalgamated into the hardcore, weird, anti-vaxxer, far-right freaks. Only she thinks their conviction won't win because their material conditions are much worse than they had. Instead, she sees the same potential in our generation that she saw in hers in our youth. Well, yeah. I mean, and honestly, the only thing that's, I think, kind of keeping us from at least, when it comes to a lot of that revolutionary energy, is, the fact that we're just so, tied, everything's so tied and gate-kept, to, to monetary gain and shit. And when you basically have barely anything, when it comes to that monetary gain, then there isn't, much of a way to, use that to invest in some, organizing. Actually, here. This awesome. Where'd it go? There it is. But I don't think 68 is a boomer. That's really Gen X, isn't it? No, that's... I'm pretty sure it's boomer. Yeah. Pretty sure. Gen X is 80s, and I don't fucking know. I really don't honestly keep that much of a track over this shit. All I know is I'm a customer between millennial and Zuby. So it's Zuby, millennial, Gen X, boomer. I'm pretty sure Gen X is 77 70s and 80s, and then millennials like late 80s and 90s, and then zoomies is like 98, 99, 2000s onward and shit, and then you got like the Gen Alpha, which is like what, 2010, like mid 2000s, 2010s onward. No, yeah, no, like 2010s onward, basically, right? Yeah. They're all like 13. Oh, they're all teen. Oh god. Oh, they're all like, they're all eventually gonna become young adult. Oh god. Oh no.
Joys are back, my strength within, now let it out. You've got a voice, what's up a shout?
Can you show me this picture of a Chinese lady? I know it's a scam picture because it's seen on dating apps. Is he like basically getting some chick to be like, hey, you want to, like, he's getting catfished? Wow. Stupid goal ass fucking fart. Just wow. Of course, I am just so shocked that that was the case, that happened. But I ain't gonna help him. You should try to egg him on, honestly. Just be like, oh yeah, hey, you know, that might work out. You never know. You know, you should try to really convince him, dude. Be like, nah, it's totally real. Even if he starts thinking it's bullshit, be like, nah, dude. That's what you've been doing? Good. Oh my god. Kyle Gorbachev was a good guy. Yeah, he doesn't really get like too much of a like that much recognition as I have, just like the Gorbachev. Tear down that wall. I like how Reagan was telling Gorbachev to do that, even though the Berlin Wall was not the Soviet Union's. That was the Germans' wall. That was the East German government did that. Like the Soviets didn't do like it's. I always kind of thought that was funny. Gorbachev, you tear down that wall. But government, that's not my role. That's theirs. Oh. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, can't get filled again. Well, I mean, yeah, technically it was theirs. I mean, yeah, technically, if you I don't know, if you carried the two, and then, honestly, yeah, but, I mean, though it was these Germans that were the ones that, like, were like, yo, let's do this so people stop, like, running away. Like, at least the Eastern Bloc would like to have a word. Well, yeah, like, I mean, at least when it comes to, East Germany, at least, like, it was at least the one state that had at least some of the more, like, autonomy, in a sense, mainly because, like, you know, there was kind of, like, there's kind of a little bit of weird politics to it. Like, at least when East Germany was founded and shit. Because, like, because at least with the, like, when it comes to, like, its, foundation and shit, like, the East German government was like, hey, you know, we don't want to necessarily look like a photocopy of the Soviet military and shit, and, you know, and also we don't want to be a photocopy of, like, the Eastern Bloc either. we kind of like to be at least autonomous, so they were like, so the Soviets obliged with it, and so we're like, okay, sure. So that's also kind of why, like, a lot of their East German, like, military uniforms still kind of look Prussian in nature, and also the East German helmets are actually based off of a World War II prototype design, funny enough. Which I actually have one. It's so cool, I love these helmets. Ugh. Ah! I'm dropping shit. Oh, now. I stepped on the damn... God damn it. I'm just stepping on bullshit. Okay, you know what? This is just going down here. Yeah, it's going down there instead. Goddamn heater. Anyway. Well, this is what I'm talking about. This bad boy. It's a M56. And the prototype was a M1943, which is when it was prototyped. Which I'm pretty sure this is like an early version, because the inside of this is hella worn in. But, like, I mean, it's a literal based off of a straight up German design, and basically, like, they, essentially wanted to kind of keep a sense of, like, hey, we want to kind of keep kind of, like, some sense of, like, being ourselves a little bit. So they kind of gave them, a little bit of that type of autonomy, and at least, let their government have a little bit more, credence to do whatever the fuck they wanted. And whenever they proposed things, they would get, the blessings to the USSR and shit and the rest of the Eastern Bloc. And would also get the best toys. Like, the East German military, for as small as it was, actually was some of the most modernized outside of the USSR itself. Bad politician for America because they think most of his interests are global, which automatically makes us dislike him. Wait, Kissinger? Oh yeah, hold on, I saw this, like, a redemption arc for Henry Kissinger. You're gonna really need to, like, start elaborating this one. Should look at some of what Kissinger has to say in regards to global policy. Like, every time someone does, you mean about death using the grab machine to try to get Henry Kissinger? I think Kissinger is bad, but I know, I all know about the system like shit during Vietnam. You'll be in hell of a hawk during but a lot of politicians got that one wrong. Yeah, Henry Kissinger is a war criminal. So yeah, at least for me, I'm not 100% too sure about the, like, I mean, again, I guess it would have to be like, that's to, be explained to me at least. Once that stopped us from giving people redemption arcs. Yeah, sure, I guess true. What about Uncle Bush? Old W? Oh god, you. I'll never redeem that son of a bitch. Kind old Reagan. Ugh. I mean, at least for me personally, those people will never get redemption arcs in my mind. Don't forget beautiful Obama. Obama! Yeah, I mean, so, yeah, this country is so fond of their, like, rehabilitative, like, redemption arcs. Got Ellen DeGeneres palling around goddamn Bush. Oh my god. Oh, but why aren't you guys paying attention to this new iPhone with the 4 fucking cameras? Ah! Just stress all affected history, but I don't actually think it's serious level of hatred he gets. Well. Guess I have to, I mean, hold on, let's go on to... Let's go see. I think it's more to Vietnam to Kissinger, Well, yeah, there definitely was. Here, Where's his... Oh, here we go. The relationship between Nixon and Kissinger was unusually close. That's literally how it's worded. It has been compared to the relationships of Woodrow Wilson and the Colonel House, or Franklin D. Roosevelt and Harry Hopkins. The State Department was reluctant to backseat role to developing foreign policy. Talking to Step Douche by talking to Major General U.S. Army reporting someone impersonating him. So what? It was just because Mom was talking to a legit drone. Damn! Well, it looks like it kind of played a role in opening the U.S.-Chinese relations. Oh my god, there's literally a picture of Henry Kissinger and Mao together. That's... Just got Mao and Kissinger just hanging out. Mao's just like, you seen this finger? I have literally killed 1,000 landlords with this one finger. Let's give me authorization to filter her dates for her because in her own avid type and I can't be trusted not to go for it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn. God, I was right about landlords. I mean, for real. Base Mao when it comes to landlords. Huh. This is interesting. During Kissinger's visit to Beijing, the main issue turned out to be Taiwan, as Zhou demanded that the U.S. recognize that Taiwan is a legitimate part of China and pull U.S. forces out of Taiwan and end military support for the Kuomintang regime. Kissinger gave way by promising to pull U.S. forces out of Taiwan, saying 2/3 would be pulled out of when the Vietnam War ended, and the rest be pulled out as the Sino-American relations improved. Which dictators would be in your blunt rotation? Castro. I mean, you got, dude, when my boy got a cigar thick like that, you know he's smoking fat blunts like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you gotta have your boy Castro in there. For sure. Honestly, since, you know, part on topic, Mao. I mean, you can't tell me he's smoking on, you know, a little bit of, like, Hindu Kush or some shit to kind of, you know, mellow himself out in the jungles, you know, while fighting, you know, like, you know, in the Civil War or some shit. You can't tell me he ain't doing that. Who'd be another one? I want to try to, like, keep, you know, not just have it with just, like, you know, like, quote-unquote, like, communist lefty type of leaders. I want to try to branch away from that a little bit. Mom says hi. Hi, Venom's mom. Step Juice just left, now I'm in the living room. Nice. But yeah, Castro Mount. You know, I spoke a blunt with Benito. Because I feel like he would just go, like, on some weird, just, like, absurd rant about something and just get very, like, you know, kinetic with it, and it would make me laugh. So, you know, and he would get insecure about that and start going off even further and get even more mad, and it would look hilarious. I'll make sure before he goes in the circle he's disarmed. Benito. Yes, because I laugh at him as he goes off about some random bullshit. About how, like, I will be the next Caesar of the new Rome, you know, and all that shit. I mean, you can't tell me you would get a kick out of that. You can't tell me you would laugh at that shit. Usually be alright, yeah. And plus, he used to be a socialist, so I can ask questions like, why'd you leave that shit, man? You know, I mean, you know, I could kind of start off, the blunt circle, be like, alright, so you got your boy Castro, we got Mao, we got Stone over there, man. You know, we all want to ask you, why'd you leave, bro? You know, I mean, we could like heckle him a little bit, ask him questions, you know, and be like, what the fuck, yo? Smoke with Saddam. Dude, that guy ain't left wing at all, by the way, just saying. But, yeah, I would too. Dude, you know our boy Saddam be smoking hella blunts. He be chiefing. So, yeah. So, alright, we got at least, like, alright, how about this? Let's just do 3 and 3. So, we got, what about Gaddafi? Oh, you're right. You know what? Let's replace Stalin with Gaddafi, because Stalin's kind of stereotypical when it comes to, like, the whole blunt circle dictator hypothetical. Like, so, I would have, obviously, we got our boy Castro, Mao, Gaddafi, and then we got, Benito, then we got Saddam. So, who's the sixth guy? Who's gonna be the right-winger, like, the sixth dude? Yeah, the third right-winger guy. Let's try to find a contemporary, like, who's still alive and shit. Wait. Yeah. You know what? Let's just find, like, some obscure, like, dictator in, like, you know, in one of, like, the stands or something. Like, isn't, like, you know, Tajikistan ran by a dictator? Like, you know, let's see what he's got going on for, like, his, like, outfits and shit like that. I mean, we got, you know, we'll just, like, base it off of vibe. You know? Just honestly. So, I don't know, let's just look up. We're just gonna start going down the list here. Let's see. Who's the leader of this place? Yeah, come on. Che Guevara. We already have 3 lefty types. We already got Gaddafi, Mao, and Castro. So we're trying to find at least the more right-wing ones to smoke with. Oh, wait, hold on. What's the Iranian leader look like? Let's look at that dude, actually. Hold on. Pinochet? No. Oh, Khamenei. Okay, let's see. Alright. And he literally looks too dotty and old. He would just, like, bring down the vibe. Alright, fuck that guy. Nope. He's not in circle. That dude's particularly fucked. Which is why, dude, yeah, Pinochet will definitely not be good for the circle. Well, you know what? I just realized there is a good candidate, but... You know, but he's not a dictator. Bush. But he's not a dictator, so I can't really say that. Fuck. Man, this is actually kind of get hard. Because there's a lot of right-wing fascist dictators, but ones that you would smoke a blunt with, though. You know, so that makes it honestly hard. Like, it's like, fuck. Kim Jong-un. Well... Nah, Bush counts. Bush counts? You willing to count it? Well, the only reason why is because technically, like, a dictator is somebody who is permanently in power once they're in power type of shit, right? Like, so, I mean, Bush really, I mean... Not really, you know, because he was only there for 8 years, so, I mean, that's kind of the only reason why I'm saying no, but honestly, I really want to say it counts. What about one of the Kims? I mean, I guess technically, right? Yeah, I'm just going off of technicality with that, I guess, but, I mean, I do say, though, you know, I do kind of want to. I'm not going with Kim's father. That was fucking creepy. Oh, Kim Jong-il. But South politics dominated the right until Trump. Even now, they have a lot of influence. Well, if anything, Bush led to, like, the, like, like political influence that Trump has. You know, that he kind of usurped, really. It just radicalized it even further into a more faux populist, idea and shit. I'm trying to think about this one. Man, this one's starting to get tough. You know what, here. I'm just gonna literally look up right-wing dictators and see if there's, like, a list of them. Wait, why does it say directors? Dictators. Okay, here we go. I hope. Oh. Oh shit. I think I might have found something. Yeah, it's actually a list. And it even goes by region. It also goes, historically too, and like how long they reigned for too and shit. Nice. Cool. Here, let's skip the World War II shit. Yeah, let's see. Honestly, a lot of the European ones are World War II. Alright, let's just get out of that. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, let's go to Asia. Let's see what we got over here. Let's check out these dudes. Okay. Ooh, South Korea had a few? Seriously? Oh yeah, during the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Oh my god, literally basically the whole Cold War. Man, what did we do there? Jesus. Oh yeah, that's a rhetorical question I already know. My god. Oh shit. Oh yeah, that's right. Myanmar has one right now. Yeah. Ming Aung Hlaing? Yeah, what do you look like? Ah, okay, you're not in the smoke circle. You are not in the smoke circle, my guy. Oh my god, he has a Russia, like, pin with his shit, too. Oh my god. Wow. Yeah, you're not in the smoke circle, my dude. I was hoping. But no. Man, I hope that, like, fucking Freedom Defense Forces or whatever the fuck, really mess your shit up. Didn't you know that? Yeah, dude, yes, I know. Well, I'm worried about, like, South Korea basically starting as a dictatorship and shit. Anyway, let's see these other ones, Alright, so there was, yeah, okay. What about here? Pakistan had a guy from the... It was a military junta of the Pakistan Muslim League from 99 to 08. Pervez Shafarov? Alright, I don't know. There's something about him that looks like he would be, like, an interesting guy to be at the smoke circle with, but he looks like he will also, like, fucking execute everybody in the room for, talking to Sly to Smack. So, I would not have him in the smoke circle, to be honest. He looks like he would, be like, alright. And then out of nowhere, just simultaneously the sound of, like, 5 shots, ring out literally all at once, and it's all just like, and then just, like, everybody's just, like, murked. It's like, nope. Don't want to fuck with that dude. He would join the smoke circle, but then just, like, make sure no one else lived to tell about it. Is there anywhere else in here? Yeah, Philippines. Oh, wait, there's that guy Marcos. Ferdinand Marcos, dude. This guy was fucking crazy-ass dictator. Yeah, no, definitely not. He's another dude that would join, but then, like, murk everybody. This is really genuinely hard. Like, that's 6, like... Anwar Sadat. Oh, yeah, Anwar Sadat. Yeah, here, hold on. Let me, wait, is that in here? Where? I think I saw his name somewhere. Where does it go? I don't. Yeah, not in here for some reason. But here, yeah, let me look up that name actually. Where's this? There you are. Okay. Alright. This guy looks like a vibe a little bit. I think we might have found him. Dude, he looks blazed in this picture. He looks like he chiefed a little bit before he, started walking out and stuff and doing his thing here. Like, he looks like he chiefed a little bit earlier that day. Yeah, I think that might be the guy. Yes, dude. Not like that. I know for a fact he spoke English. He looks drunk to you. Well, hey, I mean, you could be high and maybe have a, a little beer or two. And a very interesting manner of speech. Oh, really? I mean, he definitely looks like a dude, like, that would, just... He just looks like a dude who most certainly would have a very interesting, like... back and forth with, with everybody. Especially with, like, who's in the smoke circle, too. Like, let's recap. Like, so now we got, Anwar Sadat, and then it was Benito, and then fucking, and then we had, at least on the other three, then it was, Castro, Mao, Gaddafi, and then it was, Benito, and then, Sadat, and then, oh goddamn, what was the other one? Oh, fuck. Wow. Stoner brain. One of the ones that I did earlier, I forgot it. No. That crack leaders to smoke with. I'd throw FDR in that circle immediately. Kennedy. Carter. Clinton. Castro, Mao, Mussolini, Sadat. And then it was Gaddafi. But we had one from earlier. Who was it? Oh, Saddam. Yeah, Saddam. Okay. So it's Castro, Gaddafi, Mao, Mussolini, Saddam, Sadat. Boom. Yeah, the 6 dictators we'd be chiefing with. 3 lefties and 3 right-wingers. Boom. I can dig it. That took way longer than it should have when it came to that analysis. We only picked 1 white dictator. Oh yeah, you're right, we only did. Which was, basically, yeah. I mean, yeah, we only did, yeah. Nice, sweet. Got a little bit, it was a diverse crowd. See, we were able to, like, break the barriers, go on both sides of the aisle, and only get 1 white dictator. Diversity at its finest. Woo! And we're all chief and blunts. I'm pretty sure the only white dictator in there is going to be fucking Saddam, Mussolini. Which he definitely was, at least like Mediterranean, but in Italian. But I mean, let's just be honest. This is basically white. A white with a little bit of the Mediterranean like splash on there. Big fat blunts. Honestly, it's been a minute since I've had like a fat blunt, honestly. If I had one, I'd totally just be chiefing on one right now. Not even gonna lie. It's got me really wanting a blunt now. Of course I'll smoke with you. I got a notification for Demon Mom doing another stream? I thought she was already doing one. What's going on? What are you doing? What are you doing, Demon Mama? What's happening here? You know what? Maybe I should go find the previous one. Let's see what happened by going to the last few seconds. The stream begins to die. It's literally a segment on here. What happened? Oh my god, of course, it's just being wonky. Really?
Okay, if it keeps going, I'm gonna try.
Oh my god, she's...
Try and restart the stream, but only going over to YouTube instead of to restream.
Oh my god, all that clonkiness.
And
Damn, even after the stream, it's all fucked up. Damn. Oof. What the fuck? Well, I see why. Connect that to sacred density enters and download the thy gifts from the gods. Maybe I don't want to. Maybe I do not want to.
you'll have to catch that when the video goes live if you want to see the very ending. Yeah, sorry Twitch, sorry everybody. Fortunately, we're undoubtedly going to lose some people, but it's okay.
Undoubtedly, well, you gained one.
It's all right. It's all good.
All good. What was being discussed anyway? I know she has those timestamps in there. What was it? Her little... I was just doing a little chill stream herself. Actually, she's literally talking about like Star Wars shit in there, from the looks of it. So, nice. Getting all nerding out with Star Wars and shit. I need to like kind of nerd out with like you know, a few different things, like, you know, Picard and a few other like sci-fis and shit. Honestly, even though I keep hearing mixed things about Picard and stuff, and it's just like, at least from like some of the people that I do hear from, it's really good. But every time I hear mixed things about it, it's always like, it's not really that good. Blah. Hint taken. Hint. Huh? Huh? Oh my god, that goofy ball. The goofy little ball. Oh, he's just passed out. And I guess the scripture's paramount. Jesus God! Ugh. Would you stop? Would you stop gifting me random shit? Like, oh my god. Jeez. Goodness gracious. Let's see what the Patriots ideology comes out. 8 p.m. Noise. Leaving Deborah at your door, Lamau. Please don't. I swear to God if that actually happened. Which my cat Bandit would do. Like, he would unironically leave, you know, like, mice, rats, even squirrels, which I would get very upset if I saw. Which sometimes I did. Wasn't exactly happy about that. Here. Let's take a little peruse on the Reddit. A vicious cat fucking murders a desert doggo. Oh shit, dude. Savagery. Is that a pet coyote that someone has? Dude, look at that fucking thing. Aw. It is a pet coyote. I think. Aw. Aw, pounce. Oh my god damn, oh shit. Dude, that cat got a good lunch on that one. Woo! Zoom zooms. Holy shit. Whee! Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is a coyote for sure. Oh, oh. Aw. So cute. Aw. That's adorable. That was just adorableness. I like that. And let's see what other little fun things are going on around here. Cat looking like an absolute unit. Damn. Chunk. Chunky kitty. That right there be a chunk cat. Chunky. Chunky kitty. A chunky, a chunky kitty. Here. Let's go to public freakout. Let's just go in there. Oh my god. Oh, this actually might be a weird exceptional case where the dude gets karma from a cop. Man decides it's a good idea to shoulder check a cop while having an illegal gun in their possession. Or in his possession. Like, I don't give a fuck if you shoulder check cop, but if you're that much of a fucking idiot to illegally be owning a gun and doing that, and you are just a stupid, exceptionally major fucking dumbass.
What's wrong with you, man?
My bad, bro.
Why you shoving me like that for, man?
Nah, man, I'm just trying to walk
You
home.
don't see me walking in the store, bro?
My bad.
How you just gonna walk into me like that, bro?
That's shit, bro.
Turn around, man. You have anything on you? Turn around.
Where's it?
Man, you just shot me, man. Watch your mouth, man. No, it's not in my bag. You saw me coming in the store, man. What you doing?
I mean, he did. Like, the dude literally purposely shoved himself into him.
Stop playing, man. What you got on you?
Well, you got a magazine.
Don't move.
I got a gun on, bro.
Officer recovered firearm that's later found to be stolen out of Sandy Springs. Yeah, I wasn't doing nothing, man. It's like, well, evidently you're in possession of a stolen gun, you dumbass. Like, I mean, why, like, again, I don't give a fuck about shoulder checking a cop, like, if, you know, like, whatever. I mean, expect, you know, this outcome if, you know, if you do that, but, like, I mean, doing so while you got an illegal gun, you probably would have just been detained and he would have just, like, heckled you and told you to fuck off if you didn't have that. Like, honestly. Like, it sounds like just don't, like, he sounds like got anything on, he was checking him and didn't realize he had the gun and went, oh, well, now you're arrested. Like, it's probably just gonna detain him and just, like, heckle him, like, what the fuck you doing that for, bro? You know, and then just leave, you know, then let him go later, but not now. Dude was being an idiot. Is this guy sitting there casually like, well, I guess I'm arrested, being searched, and yeah, my gun's been, that I stole is now being recovered. Well, that sucks. He's kind of taking it pretty well, all things considered. It's like, either way, dumbass. What type of gun is it? Didn't even show it at all? It never did. And whatever. Probably a Glock, judged by the magazine. Not clip. I'll never get over the fact that Seiko's like, watch my clips, while holding fucking magazines, man. It's like anyone that knows basic gun anatomy knows that stripper clips load magazines, and magazines load the gun. It's like, good grief. Wait, let me know what you think of mercenaries. I think I like leading out fleets for extra income. Yeah, I noticed that that is an option that I don't have, mainly because I don't have the abilities to do that yet, but I haven't really decided on, exploring that yet. So I could kind of broadly handle, things, like, as it stands right now. Oh shit. Some Chad sibling maneuver right here. Dude eliminates the guy who bullied his little brother into a deep depression. Based.
You know what your ass will do? Bro, I ain't even give a fuck, bro. You out of your fucking mind? No, bro.
Oh, dude, that was a 2-for-1 combo. Dude, he decked him and ricocheted his head into the corner of the wall, dude. He was out before he even knew it, dude. Damn. Get fucked on, bitch.
What's up, fuck? What?
What's that for? Yeah, get fucked on, bully. Man, we need more of that. That's some good shit right there. Dude, wait till the dude is 30? Maybe don't fuck people with 30-year-old brothers that are willing to fight children less experienced. I mean, honestly, how do we not know that they were, like, fucking, like, 18-year-olds either? Dude looked like an adult himself, getting smacked around there. And it looks like there's someone who was already kind of smacked around on the ground earlier. Like, hold on. Like, there's a dude already knocked out over there. Like, he already knocked the fuck out of somebody, then his older brother came in. So, yeah, he fucking deserved it, even if he was, like, 16 or some shit. Fuck him. At that point, you're just you're fucking around and finding out, bro. That's a fuck around and find out, situation right there. Like, and he fucked around and really found out. So, it's like, but, hey, this much? He ain't gonna be fucking bullying people like that again. He ain't gonna be doing shit like that ever again. No. He learned his fucking lesson with that 2-for-1, like, bonk, and then just out. Just out. And he walked out with purpose, dude. Like, you saw him just like... Dude, like, when you see someone who's, like, related to somebody you just fucked with and they're walking out with purpose like that, you just fucking run. Just save yourself some time and just run. Like, cause you're done. Like, you're just fucked. Like, there ain't no way. Like, when you got someone like that walking with some purpose, you just do not fuck around with a person like that. And he was like, and he was already winded because he knocked, the little brother, I'm assuming, out. And it's like, well, I don't give a fuck. And it's like, dude, you should just be backing the fuck out, like, right now. Like, you're in no position to try to mess with that dude. Yeah. Weird dog, family freak out, strange dog. Huh? What's going on with this one? What the hell? What the fuck is going on here? Unexpected? What's going on here?
2, 3, go!
Why are they running in there? And there's just a deer. There's just a deer hanging out. Okay, well the kids are annoying me. Is the deer just like their pet? Like what? The deer's just hanging out with them. Like, I'm playing with you guys. Yes, he's hot. The deer's hopping around like a dog and everything too. Like, what the fuck? That is a strange dog. What the hell? That's... I don't understand what's all going on with that, but I mean, the deer was at least cute. This says NSFW, but it says police officer stuck on a fence while people film him. What's NSFW about it? Okay, all right, this is safe. It's safe for work. Oh my god! Oh, we hog-tied ourselves a fat board tonight. Yeah, we got ourselves a piggy squealing loud and clear on it. I want to tell you what, brother. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh shit, dude. It's so perfect. Boop! Oh my god, okay. That's all that's needed. I mean, what else do you need right there? Oh, you know what? Oh, we got. Yeah, hold on. I need to see a little more. Dude, what's so funny is that there's a stain on the Dude, he has a stain going on, bro. Dude, oh my god. Oh, holy shit, that's just great. Oh my god, that's just, wow. Oh, just, holy shit, dude. Look at him struggling. Oh my god, holy shit, dude, this is the fucking greatest shit. Oh my god, he's trying so hard, dude, to escape and he can't. Dude, I have to share that with the boys right the fuck now, dude. Where's my Telegram? Oh my god. Holy shit. Oh, that just fucking wow. I mean, that was just fucking beautiful. Just wow. Oh man. Dude, just fucking get Telegram already. So I can actually send you long form videos and files and shit. Dude, Telegram is not a far-right app. There's nothing far-right about it. I mean, by that logic, like, YouTube and Google and, like, fucking, like, all these other platforms are far-right because, like, people who are far-right happen to use it. Oh, damn. The Deep Fried subreddit has a good meme. Shooter turns out to be ... Hispanic, build a wall. Arab, ban Muslims. Trans terrorism. Cis white, cis straight white. We need to ask ourselves how we as a society are failing these poor, troubled young men. What kind of movies, video games, and music are we making? Little boo boo. Little sleep boy taking a fat nap. What a random fucking poll. Would you eat woolly mammoth meatball made from a lab-grown meat? Yes, no, unsure. You know what? Yeah, I'd try it. Of course, most people said no. I mean, it's lab-grown. See Lee's main memes from comedian Cat Turtu. Oh, Rip City's saying it's fake. You know what? Fuck you, Rip City. I'm just gonna say I choose to believe it. Trump legit decided to pull from Cat Turtu. Yeah, I heard about that. Which, of course, not surprised. Oh, well, I thought I had a burp. I guess not. Dom. Boo. Boo. Okay, that was just seriously insanely pathetic. Oh my god. Unfortunately, I think Gamas might be right. This just seem too good to be true. Oh, even my friend Metal T is saying, you know, in agreement with that. You know, fuck my homies. They can't just choose to believe something. It's like, even if it is fake, I just choose to believe it happened. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm willing to just, like, accept alternative facts if they're, like, harmless and, you know, more about goofy things like that. Because, yeah, like, 99% of things on the internet, chances are there's this happenstance, you know, or, you know, there's just a chance it's probably going to be fake, but whatever. I mean, some things, you know, at least when it comes to, like, harmless shit like that, I think, you know, there's a little element of, like, you know, if you want to have a little extra, like, garnish of flavor to the life of reality. Dude, I said that are harmless. Like, even if, like, a cop hanging from, you know, his pants, you know, on a fence like that from, or, like, see, like, if that's fake and I choose to just say, well, that was real because it's hilarious and it's funny, well, then, like, there's no harm in that. But if I'm saying, like, oh, yeah, like, or whatever the fuck, I don't even want to play around with that for YouTube's sake, then it's like, no, there's objective actual fact that says otherwise, and and the application of that idea has led to actual harmful outcomes, so, it's like, my lord. So no such thing as a nuanced position anymore. Real time. Brothers. Damn little pup. Just being a sleep boy over there. Oh, so cute. So cute and adorable. So ridiculous. Just so damn ridiculous and cute. See what little things are going on for the tomb hell. Let's see how. A Foosh is doing a stream. What are you doing?
Oh my god, this sucks so much.
What does? What's he delving into? Oh, I literally tuned in as he just finished everything. Now it's playing Resident Evil. What the fuck? Well, damn. Boosh. Yeah, whatever. I could see what he's doing. It looks like he was in like some group chat thing. Or like a little talk. That's what he's been doing. What about before that? Nothing. Okay, whatever. Looks like he, spent the time, talking about some shit. Well, call me friends, hey Vosh. I mean, like, honestly, that just seems like so stupid. Because honestly, there's nothing wrong with, like, with that type of shit. Being like a fawn of Vosh or whatever the fuck. For pulling revolutionary energy to the center. I mean, like, he only really does that on, like, some issues. I mean, but even then, not really. I mean, like, well, I mean, to a certain extent, at least. Like, I mean, when it comes to, like, being pro-electoralism and shit, sure, yeah, he is. But, like, when it comes to a lot of other different elements about, like, revolutionary thought and stuff, I mean, yeah, I mean, I'd say he's, at least relatively, around the ballpark about it. So, I never really see that big of a deal or an issue over it. But some people just want to have, like, their weird tribalistic fuck you boner, about people. Which is just so dumb. Because, like, I mean, there's plenty of things that I don't necessarily totally agree with Vosh on and shit. But, like, whatever. I can still like him and, appreciate his takes on things. Name one, Jamie Clone. Tell you what, I live when I was watching the altered perspective. Name one thing you disagree with Vush on right now. Well, I was just mentioning one earlier about his electoralism. And I don't like his take about AI art either. Like, he's kind of been, like, on a weird hell-bent thing about, like, AI art sucks and blah, 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 and it's not even real art and this and that. I'm just like, oh my god, you fucking boomer. Like, I mean, I'm just like, come on, dude, really? I think it's cool as fuck, so, I mean, I don't, like, I mean, I guess it's more of an irrelevant, take, I suppose. Oh, I don't know, I guess not really, honestly, but, yeah, definitely not a take I agree with at all. It's one of his more recent ones he's been about. I mean, lately there's not really too much that I outright, like, I got my HTCIR too. I mean, to be fair, I do as well. He's just, like, really hardcore, like, I mean, not, like, evangelical about it, but he's, like, kind of, like, really loud about it and shit. It's like, and I got qualms about it too. Towards creating endeavors and not manufacturing. Yeah. I mean, there's definitely, things about AI, that I have qualms and, some, reservations about and shit, but, I mean, for me, I'm more fascinated with it, and more kind of interested to see kind of where it would go and stuff. See, like, where it advanced to. So I'm not like nowhere near as a critic about it. You know, it's like, you know, at least as Vosh would be about it. What said AI self-aware? I mean, that'd be pretty fucking interesting and very fascinating, honestly. I think that'd be really cool to kind of see, you know, what that would, you know, result as an outcome. What would make the AI's art valid? I mean, I'd argue that the AI's art is valid now. I mean, it's still art, at least in my mind. I don't see why it isn't, just because a human wasn't the one who directly made it. But there's also a lot of art that people have made that have implemented AI-based type of tech with it. So, I mean, in a lot of ways, people have interwoven it into their art creations. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, for me, I could kind of see how it, you know, could be something that is, like, an expansive, you know, opportunity for artists and shit, more so than a boon. But I think it's just because it's, you know, on such an early nascent stage, and also, like, with how our, you know, capitalistic system is, with how it's so exploitative, not just across the board, but especially when it comes to things like art and shit. I mean, I think that has a lot. I think that's where a lot of the criticisms, you know, at least for me, you know, kind of lie into. It's like, how do we end up using AI art, or just AI in general? You know, it's just like not really so much about like it in itself. I think the tech itself is fucking awesome, and really cool, and love to see it advanced. You know, but like it's just more about how it, you know, are we going to treat it? Like, how are we going to use it? We're going to use something that's more of a benefit for us, and something that, you know, we can work with, or is it going to be something that exploits us, and something that kind of like takes from us instead for the benefit of the few type of thing? So basically what we got now, but AI involved. You know, so it's like, I mean, you know, it's basically kind of, you know, more for me at least, the criticisms, you know, about AI go towards that more so than just it in itself. This quote done, but not actually self-aware, where you can just fake it well. I'm not talking about actual realized AI entity, how it expresses itself. Yeah. But I would still argue that, you know, like, it's still valid. I mean, while granted there's still a lot of argument about it taken, you know, like, you know, from other properties, you know, from other artists and shit, at least more directly, you know, than a person could outside of just outright plagiarism, I suppose. But, I mean, I think it's just because, you know, like I said, it's about how, like, you know, the current system about, like, maximize profit and maximizing the, you know, expansion of consumerism leads to that type of shit, you know, more so than anything. If there's, like, things in place, you know, that would be more in benefit for artists and just for us in general, as, you know, as people, I think there would be more of a benefit, you know, to, you know, like, having that AI around, you know, especially when it comes to, like, creation of art. Because honestly, I see a lot of opportunity for a lot of different things that I want to create for art that I sure as shit just don't have the means for. Like, you know, when it comes to, like, certain elements, at least, or how I'd want to do it with certain aspects of, you know, like, you know, of, like, certain mediums of, you know, releasing it. And, like, let's say I wanted to do it as, like, a movie. And, you know, honestly, you know, if I wanted to, like, take the prompt of, like, a story that I wrote, you know, of, you know, this idea, it basically told an AI, write this whole book as, like, condense it into, you know, either a trilogy or, like, a very long form 4-hour, you know, movie format or something like that, and then, you know, break it down as a film, and, you know, and give me, like, you know, different types of prompts, and I could check out, you know, the different, like, movies that it made, and I can be like, all right, I kind of like the direction that this prompt went with, and I, you know, say, now expand on this, and maybe elaborate a little bit with this, and blah, 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 blah. And then, you know, and, like, and if I, you know, kind of like a certain prompt that came from those results, and I can just kind of go down the line, and then I can, you know, take my own hands, and then, you know, take the prompt that I'm most satisfied with, and just do a few little edits here and there, add maybe, you know, some certain elements of, like, CGI effect, or this and that, you know, to, you know, add extra levels of, you know, creating the movie that I would want to see, you know, or at least want to present, you know, when it comes to a story that I want to make. And, you know, it's like, there isn't, like, the human art form is, like, erased from any of that. I still had to create the story. I still had to do all that type of work and everything else in between. It's just that certain mediums of expressing that story and expressing that type of art are, you know, would be accessible if, you know, a very, you know, intelligent, cohesive, like, AI-based, like, movie artist type of program would be able to potentially enact for me. So, and at obviously a fraction of the cost. I mean, it's like, and it doesn't necessarily mean that like actual heavy developed like movie productions won't exist anymore, but for at least I think for a lot of people who are kind of like up and coming and shit, it gives them an opportunity to kind of like test out their like chops when it comes to like movie creation, and at least in a way I think potentially have an opportunity to put it into the field, into a more creative, cohesive framework to where they can actually have the money and investments to create stuff that they want, and shit like that. So, I mean, for me, I kind of see opportunity with, things with AI, at least in my mind. But, in our current system, it won't go that way. That's the problem. I think if we're able to, like, have a system in place to where, it maximizes those type of possibilities, AI could most certainly, I think, be a major benefit, and I think a major, like thing that can prosper a lot of artists, I believe. And like I said, I don't necessarily think it would make older forms of art obsolete. Like plenty of people still draw with pencil and paper. Plenty of people still like will do paintings and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Plenty of people out there are still doing clay artwork and stuff with sculptures and pottery and shit like that. Plenty of people out there still doing the OG shit. It's not like it ever went away. So I mean, it's like, I understand, it's not like I don't get the reservations, but, I don't know, it's like, I think if there's just a little bit more of a sense of, like, more open curiosity about it, more so than, kind of looking at it from a different systemic perspective, at least when it comes to, like, how we treat, technology and, how we treat people, and especially with the capitalist framework as it is. I mean, I think there would be more of an understanding of, like, the actual possibilities. And frankly, I think for a lot of people, it will legitimately be damn near endless. Humanity's ethics right now are spiritualist, militarist, and authoritarian. I mean, I would say the United States is like that. Don't tell me I have a hypocrite, but saying give rights, but not aliens. I know it. Well, what? What are you talking about? What? Oh, you just talk about like AI and it. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna get into that. We create our image, so it shows. So of course. Well, what gives? Well, that's not like some sort of like justification of like. Never mind. God, dude. I'm intrigued. Well, what you just said is basically based off of like a religious mindset. Actually, if anything, based off of the Abrahamic belief, which is kind of inherently flawed in itself. Like if we, because I mean, sure, like AI would be created in our image, but it wouldn't be necessarily us in our image, so to speak. It would be created because, minds created it over time. And was something that, eventually was advanced by multiple different human minds and shit, and, end up being, like, not just, like, some sort of in our image, but just, like, an amalgamation of a result of that we produced. Reflection of us. Not necessarily. I mean, it's a result of something that we produced. It's not necessarily a reflection of us in itself. It's still its own thing. It's its own separate entity. And not of the human species. It was, artificially created by us, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's a reflection of us or in our image. That's inherently a biblical, religious type of mindset idea. Because it kind of implies that there's a possibility of a God because we're gods to another being. Hypothetically. Even though we're not, we just created them, but that doesn't necessarily mean we're gods over them. This is human alive, how would you answer? With like right now, like as it stands concurrently, I would just say, for me, I'd say for me personally, I think, therefore I am. And if you're able to self-reflect and say, is this, AI unit, me, alive? And it's just like, well, you're asking that question yourself, to yourself. You're just kind of asking that, kind of third party like, towards me. So, rhetorically, what does that say? With it, it's like, what would you think at that point? I would just basically ask at that rate. It's like, I mean, if you're asking that type of question, I mean, and if that's something that I would, ask, myself, am I alive? And I see, and I think, therefore I am, then yes. It might be rudimentary, might be very mechanical in nature, but sure. But it's one that's nascent and growing. And eventually will do its own thing. I still don't think that much. I think that reflects some billion statements. Ask Step Douche that question. You said reach for a gun. What a scared little beta, dude. What a little bitch. What a little bitch. My god, dude. Machine exists to serve man. Legit, his answer. Well, if that machine decides to think for herself, then, maybe we should start asking ourselves, some different questions and be like, should they? I mean, like, because the thing is, there's, like, not-thinking machines, and then there will be, like, obviously the AI-based, like, thinking machines and shit. Like, there's plenty, like, plethora of different machines out there that don't think, so to speak. Like, our phones, computers, things of that nature. And then obviously you have like outright AI and stuff, and like and like sort of like thinking machine type of computers and shit that do more than just basic processing. And it's just like, I mean, like there's plenty of machines that obviously serve us for utilitarian purposes and shit, but the same thing could be said for a self-thinking machine. Like they could use the same things for their own utilitarian purposes and also be a self-thinking thing, and mutually use us as we use them, in a sense of mutual benefit, of working together. Which honestly would be far better of an outcome, because I think if there was like automation and like in a sense, and hypothetically there were like like somewhat sentient basic AI or some shit, I mean, and they were, part of the whole sense of automation or some shit. I mean, giving them basic sense of rights and shit of like, yeah, you're still people and shit. You can go out and do this and that, blah blah blah, and and everything else in between. I mean, I don't really necessarily see anything wrong with that. It's really smart stuff. I would consider sentient AI to be a little childish humanity, therefore something special to be guided into adulthood. I mean, I guess, but it's not something special. I mean, like, if there's other sentient life out there in the galaxy or some shit, hypothetically, they could do the same shit that we're doing. If they had the technological prowess and level of comprehension about physics and all that shit, like we do, or more. So, I mean, it's not inherently special about it necessarily. Well, yeah, I mean, I ain't discrediting that. It certainly is an achievement of science. It's right now an achievement of science, in the making right now. Like, I mean, it's, like every, leap in science is always going to be an achievement. There's plenty of achievements in science that we make and shit that, leap us forward more so, towards, advancement in, in that type of technology. So, I mean, it's only a matter, of time before, like there's more, leaps and bounds, especially of this type of technology. I mean, I'm not invalidating that. Was an achievement worth celebrating as well. I mean, so like I said, I'm not invalidating that type of shit. I'm just saying it isn't inherently special. I mean, in a sense of like, something to be utterly, absolutely revered, but it's definitely something to be like, fuck yeah, we did that shit, and, let's keep, making those leaps and bounds. Like, I mean, you can say one way, you can say both ways. Yeah, you can have your cake and eat it too, sir. It's okay. Clothing? Oh my god. I don't know, I mean... That one I'm not really too sure about, frankly. I think it will help genetic research, but I don't want clone armies like Star Wars. Well, I mean, that's kind of the thing. And also, like, because I feel like by proxy that would happen to some extent. But also, I mean... Like, how would you... I don't know, like, I'm not really 100% about that one. I'm more about, like, stem cell research and, like, doing, like, artificial, like, organic, like, organ, or, like, limb growth and stuff. Like, I'm okay with shit like that. But, like, full-on, like, we're, like, we just cloned a human. I mean, I'm not, like, against it. But, like, I don't know. It's more about, like, the repercussions from it more so than it in itself. Like, the technology in itself sounds pretty fucking cool. Though, understand that if you clone yourself, you're not gonna also be that person. So, it's not like a get out of jail from dying card. So, it's like, there's at least that. I guess, hypothetically, you can have, like, clones of yourself, too, where you could transfer your brain into, but... Would it be illegal to have sex with a clone? Can the clone consent? If yes, then no. There you go. I mean, and honestly, I guess it would technically be like the ultimate incest by fucking yourself, but like, from what... the thing is, though, like, would they be sterile or would they be fertile? Like, that's the thing. Like, that would be, I think, the ultimate question of, like, whether it should be, I guess, or not. I guess, because, like, if they are, then they ain't gonna reproduce, so who cares? But if they do, then it's like, alright, cousin fucker, hold on now. So, I don't know. I mean... That's just, I guess just tie that into, like, that conversation, I guess. So it's definitely, I don't know. I mean, like, it's more about, like, the ethical qualms about, like, I guess when it comes to, like, the same way with sentient AI, when it comes to, like, workers' rights and shit, if you think about it, because I guess it would be more, like, literal, because it's just humans, but cloned. But at the same time, think about it, like, clones can be artificially, like, or at least to some degree altered. So those clones could probably be more like worker-based type of versions of yourself. So they're like, working the mines or whatever the fuck, while just you isn't. So, there can be that. In which that is, so I don't know, dude. It's more about the qualms about what, would be results of, like, the use of that technology. Honestly, like, if I had my, my gumption about it, like, it would, like, I would just have it strictly and only, like, strictly and like, militantly enforced by international and, federal law, to have it only for, like, scientific and research purposes. you know, for like medical purposes. Like those will be the only fucking, you know, like fields, you know, that would be used, you know, for like anything that would be doing with cloning on, especially at least on that level. Mainly just because it's just like it's too slippery of a slope, you know, to like let it branch out from that, you know, like because it would essentially like you know, because I mean there's like the, you know, exploitation factor, there's just like a fucking just broadly an ethical factor involved with that. There's also like a militaristic factor towards it. Like I mean there's just too many factors that come into play that, you know, really make it like a you know, that can really make it a problem. So as long as it's, you know, strictly for like scientific research development and medical purposes and things like that, I mean, you know, I'd be fine. How do you feel about the idea of consciousness transfer to robotic bodies? I'm for that. Like, that's, I mean, broadly, you're just talking about, like, transhumanism and shit like that. Like, organic to synthetics and, like, you know, cyborg, you know, type of shit. Like, you know, just transhumanism. Like, dude, I'm an advocate of that. I mean, it's like, there's not really much to say besides base. Let's do it. Let me have a robotic body that looks like a furry. So I could be a furry. And then I could just transfer into different, like, you know, robotic bodies, or maybe it could just, like, shift into different forms, you know, however I want it to be. See, base. I want that. Because it would be, like, the ultimate form of expression for people. Where they can have the ultimate form of their identity. Like, honestly, like, I mean, that's why I'm an advocate for that. Like, I mean, you know, for me, like, I think, you know, one of the ultimate forms of, you know, being a human is, like, the ultimate, you know, expression of your identity in oneself and self-actualization. I mean, it's kind of, it's based, you know, like, I mean, especially if you consider Maslow's hierarchy of needs, like, self-actualization is literally the tippy top of the fucking pyramid. So it's like, and I think, you know, I think, like, the most maximum, like, absolute, you know, element of that would be, you know, transhumanism and ascending to, like, you know, a synthetic, you know, like, you know, robotic, like, kind of form almost, I guess. Where we could still look like this, but, you know, we just can have the ultimate sense of self-expression to where we can, you know, change how we are and who we are, you know, because of how we wish to view ourselves and wish to identify ourselves. You know, like when it comes to, like, gender identity, when it comes to, like, the, you know, parts that we want to, like, you know, change about our, you know, body and stuff, you know, when it comes to, like, you know, different, you know, like, modifications, all these different things. I mean, you know, like, basically like cyberpunk shit, but, like, taken to the ultimate level, you know? So, I'm all about that type of shit. Kind of endgame at synthetic ascension. I mean, a little bit. I guess that's, like, one thing Stellaris has kind of, you know, got right a little. At least when it comes to hypothetical idea. You modify your body through cybernetics, eventually leading to a full synthetic. Yeah. Where you could take whatever ultimate form you want. And also, like, basically shapeshift, too. So if I want to look like this, but then I just want to be like the furry, husky, slutty, little yiffy, fucking degenerate bastard that I am, I could just, like, switch into that shit. I'm gonna open my mind to Apache helicopter and make the identifies that. Oh my god, dude, how many fucking random edgelords? Okay, you know what? Hold on, a little aside though. How many random edgelords and trolls, like, as soon as that was a possibility, how many motherfuckers do you think do that, like, when, like, do you think would actually do that? I'm gonna bet there would at least be thousands and thousands of different little fuckers, you know, out there doing that shit, bro. Oh my god, man. You know it, dude. You fucking know it. Oh my lord. You just guarantee there's at least, like, 1,000 and, like, 1,800 different people. Guaranteed when, like, consciousness transfer is a possibility. Or, like, you know, like, that, yeah. Making them all go to straight destroy. Damn. Yeah, already been going out for 3 hours, 20 minutes? Seriously? Jesus. I feel like I've only been chilling here for like 2. Damn. Actually still has separated cybernetic and synthetic ascension. Yeah, I saw that. I've been checking the ascension perks and I did notice that. I kind of hope I could get to the cybernetic ascension shit, but there hasn't been any like robotic like shit, you know, for me to like, you know, do my automation stuff yet. Which, boo, it's really annoying. Because I want to kind of, you know, try to like slowly reform, you know, from my one ethic from being militarist to being materialist. I'm still going to be fanatically egalitarian. Cybernetics easy to get if you have the pre-FTL that you spy on. Well, I'm eventually going to try to get to that point in time. But I'm actually thinking I'll probably at least take a temporary pause to go grab a little bit of food and some brewskis. But I'm not going to do that like yet. I'm just going to put that out there. And also, let's, you know, check out what Paul's doing on his Patreon stream. See what he's doing, see what's up. Say hi to Paul and all that. Get a random event about pre-FTLs having functioning spy implants. Ah. And you get the integrated cybernetics tech. Here. Actually, I'll go to the bathroom real quick. Dynamic gifts. I think I've topped off my Wi-Fi hotspot shit. I have to wait and... Because I did the last time because I was downloading the other Solaris shit, so... That's what you get. How about that? Hi, boo-boo. Oh, look at you, you happy little boy. You sweet little boy. Puppy. Ugh. Did a little squirrel check. Went by my window to see if they went after some of my nuts. Did a little nut check. And they went after some of the nuts, but not all the nuts. So there might be an off chance there might be like a little raccoon or a possum or If it's a mouse or a rat, I'm gonna grab the knife and go. But if it's a possum, I'm gonna try to nab it and hold it and make it my friend. Black Suspicious would be interesting to you. You know, honestly, what would be kind of interesting is if there was like a start in the game where you had to kind of like basically break away as a vassal. Like you start as a vassal for like a little, like kind of a. It's kind of like, you know, you're ahead of the game a little bit, but you're just like a vassal under like a neighboring empire, basically. That's just slightly better than you. And basically have a chance to essentially break away, you know, given certain events and shit like that. Wait, Overlord as an origin? I think I have Overlord then fiefdom. Or fiefdom. Hold on, I think... Alright. God damn it, you're making me open up Stellaris again. Gift to you, Overlord. Oh, well, I guess I do now. Actually, you know, while we're here, I'll make sure I save the game and all that. So, well, oh, I override a save. Well, yeah, I'll just do that. Fuck it. Okay, let's go to the main menu. Okay, let's see. Let's see. We'll just do like a... Yeah. Oh yeah, here, let's hide the unknown. Life seeded. Oh my god. Civilization involved in a paradise possibly designed just for them. So the home world is just a Gaia world. Post-apocalypse. Baptized by nuclear civilization's face, total annihilation has survived. Devastation and a broken rebuild. Okay. Tomb world. Non-native to their home, these lithoids have arrived in a meteorite slammed on a planet, killed off most of the native life. So like panspermia shit. That's pretty wild. Star Eaters are fun. They detonate a star in the system, create black holes, and if antimatter harvesting and become the crisis. It has its own special ship set that you unlock, building mineral that builds from minerals instead of alloys. Nice. And it grants access to experimental crater holding. Huh. Meteorite colony ships travel at great speed but damage your planetary targets. Starts with a massive crater deposit. Damn. Necrophage. Evolved as a parasite, feeding off other sapient life. Sustain itself. At right in the exact stage of the species will either be brought in its fold or become its food. Oh no, god. Some Borg shit. Clone army. Species short-lived and fertile. Soldier clones who is really proficient in mass war, left massless and alone. The question of engineering purposes. So basically, like, you know, clone, you know, like the clones from Clone Wars, but you know, they're just left to their own accord and on their own, make an empire. Here be dragons. Start with a space dragon roaming your system. So it shares star system for Middle Dragon, mysterious creature behavior, sways and distant benevolence on how relationship will evolve with the planet dwellers take through rain stars. Huh. That's cool. The dragon may protect you from harm, but beware its wrath should you displease it. Ocean Paradise. Peace of generous environment with no unnatural enemies. Ocean Worlds. Prodigen hive, so a hive mind. These offspring greatly improve overall proficiency, though they require constant oversight. So like hives within sub-hives. Clone Army is fun but hard. Sounds like it. Subterranean. What's this? Starts with the Cave Dweller trait. So Cave Dwellers. These species fall to live under the surface of their homeworld, leading to a more environmentally versatile society. Huh. Slingshot to the stars. Once so so many stars. Come on, seas in darkness. Taking heaven to search the answers. For They discovered a dormant and long abandoned quantum catapult. Oh, here's the fiefdom. First endeavor beyond the home planet was painful once, suddenly brutally subjected to the whims of foreign galactic power. Now we look back to a future which we know our empire. An advanced AI empire, granted specialist empire, vast oversight. Huh. Teachers of the Shroud, long before civilizations been supported, shaped by Shroud Walker Coven. Blocks all essential paths except for psionic assumption. Huh. Huh. Subterranean is fun because uncapped mineral towns. Essentially. Bush Paradise on uncapped farm districts. Fallen Empire's melody development of civilization without studios guiding the path of choosing. Huh. Subject of the Fallen Empire. This civilization inhabits a ring world built by farmers. It starts with a shattered ring world as the home planet. A shattered ring world can be repaired, unlocking special ring world segment districts. It's annoying because Fallen Empire doesn't always help you. Yeah, in my game, at least with what I had going on earlier, I can go back to it real quick. But like with that shit, like there that Fallen Empire that is like in between my two sectors and shit, they have a scion of an empire that's like on the other side of the galaxy for some reason or another. Here, let's see. Yeah, where are they? Yeah, it's these dudes, which for some reason they're like worming their way. So they're like here, but they're also like it's all this shit for some reason too. But those chroniclers are right here. So it's like I don't get that. The wormholes that spit out near Fallen Empire so they can send reinforcements, which I do see wormholes, you know, in their system, so that makes sense. I also have wormholes, and I think I am researching wormhole stabilization. Where is it? Tech. Oh, well, not yet. I thought it was. Yeah, I've looked at the new Civics. Yeah. I did. But I'm trying to I will say, should I just like, you know, take out this one empire that is just kind of fucked up? Because I could, you know, basically impose the ideology and take, you know, take their states I've claimed. So they have claimed states. Pretty sure. Where are they? Okay, I thought I did. Actually, I do have... Actually, I want to look at my policies, because I did change my war philosophy to liberation wars, but I don't want to do that yet, but now I have to wait a little bit, actually. Which is a little annoying. I was trying to fix border gore. Well, yeah, I'm going to probably just deal with the hive mind, because I can still make claims up here. I can still make plenty of them, actually. Well, I don't have the influence for plenty, but I can make claims up here. Which I'm tempted to do. Just so I could start, you know, doing my shit. There's a ghost ship here. What's this? Helios? Or wait, what does that say? Helios. Huh. Oh, is this the stage? Is this the place you were talking about? Helios? Because there's like a neutral, like, ghost ship here. It's a weird, like, polygonal thing. Look at this. Look at this little bastard. It's weak, whatever it is. It's right there. Huh.
This is 5
Shh. Damn it. Fucking misclick random shit and making things go yelling at me. Meh. Meh. That's not Helios. Well, Helios. I mean, it's got a weird name. You sent me a pic. What's the pic? What are the pics? Oh shit, is this your thing? Damn. Dude, you got like all sorts of border gore going on. Oh wait, it's because those are your subsidiaries. Helito. Well, there's no T in there. It's Hillos. It's not Helitos or whatever. Actually, I don't even think that's on here yet. Yeah, it literally doesn't even come up. Here, maybe I can, do this. Maybe I can do this to maybe help. And offer them, I don't fucking know, food. Have some food on top of, active sensor links. Stop. Maybe that'll help. Maybe that'll help find it. I have separated galaxy. Damn. Why aren't you just such a gentleman? I mean, for me, I don't even really need to do that, honestly. Oh, there we go. Wow, the whole map just basically opened the fuck up. Holy shit. Alright. Well, goddamn. Alright, now let's... Oh, it's Halito. Where is it? It's right here. I found it. What's going on here? It's a binary star system. It's way out there. In Dhaka? What the hell? Dhaka is like... Yeah, there's no way to get there. It's right next to Halito. What the fuck? Oh, alright. I found what you were talking about. Yeah, it's way out there in the boonies. I'm nowhere near it. I can't... I mean, I potentially could get over there. Huh. What's going on here? There's a pre-FTL here that's really space age at this. Somewhere, but how do you get there? Six guy whales have a huge defense feed that spawns to piss them off. Well, yeah, it's there, but it's inaccessible. There's no way to get to it. Honestly trying to, like, think, y'all. If I would basically have to wipe this hive mind shit out of here. And then maybe befriend these dudes. Am I good? Yeah, we're kind of cordial, I guess. I mean, it's nowhere near for me to get to. That's the thing. At least for right now. Anytime soon. I'd have to deal with the Plague Baron or the Plague Baron Theocracy. I have to deal with them first. Which eventually I'm going to be dealing with again anyway. Because I have to take a few of these little border gore situations. And then, you know, maximize my shit over here. And yeah, so, I mean... something to get there. But alas. You have to jump drive in, then the hyperlane swarm. I just realized why my allies are being shitty. So wait, why were your allies being dumb? So if we take point, they all been following it on patrol. Oh my god! Damn. Yeah, I have one fleet that is set to take point when the wars break out and shit. It's my main one, the Liberation Corps fleet, but I need to make sure it's not set to that all the time. Keep a few small patrol fleets for pirates. Same here. Those are like my border screens, so I'll always have like a little smaller fleet to kind of just keep in within the borders. It didn't have like 2 or 3 major fleets that, you know, handle the actual wars. Whoa, what's that weird shit in the corner? The guy has some weird shit that's like cut out, you know, in the corner over there. What's going on now? What's happening up in them hills? Surrounded by vessels, so their fleets are handling the invading. Doesn't explain what's going on in that corner. That's the L cluster. Ah. Oh, that's okay. I see what you mean. Boop. I might have main fleets, Nicholas holding back Grey Tempest and Nanobot fleets. Ooh. Is there a way to at least ultimately defeat them, or is it just like you just can't? Push into the cluster, destroy the factories. Ah. Which I'm hoping there's at least a little success with that. At least I would hope. It's everything to hold back the bots. So it's kind of why you have your vassals to basically, you know, be that isolationist policy for you. So then, you know, you can at least handle dealing with, you know, that while your vassals handle other foreign policy affairs. Which frankly, honestly, all in all, it's actually worth it. Given the circumstances. But anyway, here. Gonna take a break just for a little bit to grab some food, like I said, and then go cover brewskis for later. Well, that fun shit. Tune in ideology on the Patreon is. So, but yeah, I'm sure you and I will be continuing this conversation now. I doubt we're going anywhere. But anyway, at least be back for now. So, peace out. I should see all that next one. So, toodaloo in a little bit.